Johnny B? No. Yeah. Oh, man.
What was that?
That was Radar Gun. It's very appropriate for today's show. Hey, okay.
What?
Well, okay, here we go.
There's no shit show like a grandma's shit show. No shit show I know. Everything about it is appealing. You'll never hear a show that is a dud. If you wanna drop an F-bomb, fucking do it. The FCC can suck my pud. There's no shit show like a grandma's shit show. No shit show I know. Call Johnny and Buzz by dialing in the famous noon line. Call 833-FAT-JB Show any old time. Listen live or on demand, come on, let's go. The Jonathan Brandmeier Shit Show.
I could listen to that song over and over and over again.
Nice work, Eduardo. The listener they call Eduardo. Man, he's something else. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So this is Jonathan Brandmeier, that guy you're hearing there in the back, where apparently there's construction going on at Buzz's house, he said. So there's Buzz, are they doing construction right now? Or
No,
they're I don't hear anything. Is it good?
They're waiting excuse me. They're waiting for us to stop the show. That's when they'll start.
Here's my favorite thing. Buzz goes, yeah, I have construction going on at my house. I've told them to be quiet, or ask them. Why? How are they going to be quiet because you want them to be quiet?
Well, because I talked to our building manager yesterday, Fabiola.
Oh, Fabiola.
The fabulous Fabiola.
I know his sister, Ariola.
Yeah, it's a girl.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry. Sorry about that.
That's all right. And she said, they're not gonna start construction until 12 o'clock on Saturday. That's so everybody can sleep in. Well, the show goes a little further than 12 o'clock, so I called and I said, could you get them to please put it off to 12:30?
Yeah, Fabiola.
And she's doing her best to make that happen, but the people aren't answering their door, and they're not answering their phone.
Hey, open the door, because listen to me.
They got plans.
Listen, Buzz Gelman has to do a show. We're live right now. So come on, God damn it. Oh, I apologize once again to my mother in heaven. I do not like to say GD because my mom did not like when I said that. Don't take the name of the Lord in vain. Someone actually said to me in an email, hey, don't say G damn it if you ever have to. Just say devil damn it. He's the one to blame. Okay, well, sure. All right.
Doesn't really roll off the tongue.
No. Devil damn it. Devil damn it. Satan damn it. Hey, they sound good to me. Don't you hate that when people are pounding on things?
Well, and the bad part is that what they're pounding on, and that's the main, they're taking tile off the floor.
Yeah.
And each tile has to be beat to shit before they come up.
Devil damn it. Devil damn it.
Just say God damn it.
No, Billy. My mother would not listen to a bedbug's advice.
God bless your mama Hanky. God bless her, not you. Kiss my ass, JB. Buzz, suck it.
All right. Billy the bedbug here.
He turns on
He turns on anybody. Yeah, that's right. Jimmy Mack is here. I believe he's still here.
Cocked, lock, and ready to rock.
There you go.
Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. And by the way, I had a lady. I was just, as soon as you were talking about living in an apartment, I lived in a high-rise, and then every night when the lady would come home, we'd go to bed early. We had to get them to do a morning show here. Like her walking across the step in heels, above me. Click. Oh, the lady's home. Then you hear the same thing. Flush the toilet.
All right.
Sink goes on. Into bed. Oops, got to go to the bathroom again. And I'm thinking to myself, does she sleep in heels? I mean, what the hell? Her slippers must have heels in them. Do you wear slippers?
No, I don't, and I'm trying to get some. I walk around my socks.
Trying to get some?
Yeah.
How hard is it to get slippers?
Well, you have to leave the house.
Oh, yeah. I'm with you on that.
Then, that's a big deal.
Oh, there's two things. Yeah. So Buzz wants some slippers. Let's make a note of that. Mac, do you wear slippers?
Sometimes.
I don't wear slippers. I tried that. It doesn't work for me. It's ridiculous. Slippers. And plus, a bathrobe, you always look like Hugh Hefner or whatever. Bathrobes don't really work. I look stupid in slippers.
Slippers in a bathrobe. I don't know who's wearing those. Who's wearing that?
Smoking jackets.
Right. It's Hugh Hefner. That is Hugh Hefner.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, where's my martini? Hey, how you doing, everybody? I got slippers on.
We got big problems in this country, as you just heard. Buzz needs slippers. All right? That's what we know for sure. All right. Be quiet. Hey, Fabiola, knock it off. Get those people to shut up. And Buzzes. It seems very quiet now. Okay, so
it is. It's,
yeah, very quiet.
Great. Right.
Okay, I will say this. So that's you. In order to get slippers, you have to leave the house. And I'm saying that in this pandemic, in this environment that we have lived in, I've been afraid to go out. Now, the 2 times, listen carefully, America and the world. We're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. And I'll tell you this. It is a dangerous world out there for me personally, especially when I spout off on the show about certain things and I go out. Number one, the first time I went out, April, May, June, I believe it was July. You can check the episode where it's talking about the car wash. That's one. I'm going to go out and I'm going to go to a car wash. I just want to get out. I thought maybe I'd roll into maybe a Chick-fil-A and have them hand me something and then I'd eat it in the car wash. I get stuck in a car wash, $20,000 worth of damage. Insurance company's fighting. Next thing you know, I'm going back to get my car fixed again. Stuck in the car wash. You can look at that in an episode and hear what that was all about. Do not want to get into it again. So what happened last week? Let's just listen to what happened to me when I went out again for the second time last week. Hey, by the way, remember when you
are devil may care.
No,
I gotta give you that.
What do you mean?
Well, going out twice.
I know.
That's huge.
I know, Buzz, but I'm going crazy. I'm just going crazy. I gotta get out of here. Okay. Hey, by the way, if you call 833-5JB-SHOW, which when we're live now. You'll just be put on hold. If you get put on hold, someone is picked up. That's me who's picked up. I'm the only one here.
This is someone.
Yes, someone being my finger.
Why don't you just call your finger a name? Because your finger's moving all the buttons, dipshit.
All right. My finger has a first name. It's well. All right. Now, so I go out the second time. Now, let's find out what this. We had a guy on in the last episode, number 24, who was wife told me to call him because he was her hero. Okay? Because quiet, Fabiolas. Because he stopped it. Well, here's the story. Here's the story real quick.
Just under Smoky Hollow Road, I-3990 was clear and dry Sunday, a far cry from what it looked like just 2 days before.
It was pouring really hard. Everybody's still doing like 70, 75.
Kevin Friel was heading up to Mauston just before 5 with his wife when he saw a semi-truck start to lose control.
I just saw it just tailing back and forth, left to right, crossing all the lanes, and that's how I didn't see him hit all the cars, but once we got up there were cars in the ditch. There was, I think there were 4 total.
Now, Friel says this area was covered in debris on Friday, and even though there was hazardous material pouring out of the trailer, he knew he had to get to the cab to help the driver out.
Yelled for him, and finally we heard him. He was trying to find his phone, and he was standing up in the cab. He was basically standing on the passenger window. I said, hey, man, there's a lot of fluid leaking out there. You have to get out of there now.
He said the rain was still pouring and they were both soaking wet, so he gave the man a rain poncho before heading out. Friel says a state trooper had just shown up by the time he and his wife headed out, so he was glad he got there when he did.
Nobody was there. Nobody was going up to help the guy, and it just happened so quick. It was right there. Who's going to help him? I That's what I do.
It's just what I do. That's wife Susan, of course, singing this lovely song to him. Not, but I think I'm going to keep saying it is her. That's Kevin Friel. His wife Susan sent me an email. Please, my husband's a hero. Call him and, bust him a little bit. So she responded, oh my God, thank you for making my entire life by calling Kevin and reading my story with so much enthusiasm, Johnny B, by the way. Thank you.
Professional.
It was a good read. Yeah, that's right, Buzz. I know how to read for a living. We drove home today being Monday morning, and again, I couldn't control my extreme laughter hearing, that's what I do over and over again. That's what Kevin said, which made her laugh more than anything. Because he really didn't like the limelight. He didn't want to be in the limelight. Hey, Matt, can you see if you can tell him to call me? I'd like to blame him for something. His birthday is coming up in November. I'm seriously having a Heroes theme party where everyone will wear shirts that say it's Hero Kevin's birthday. It's just what he does. And this one directed to you, Buzz. Oh, and one more thing, Buzz. You would never pull over in the rain after drinking all the tequila at your favorite Mexican restaurant. Don't smoke anyone's weed pen. Just say no. Keep up the great work. Love the shit show. Susan Friel. Now, when I had Kevin on the phone in that episode last week, when I had Kevin on the phone talking about it, I said these words. Okay, I'm going to play 12 seconds of what I said. I noticed that people are driving much faster now since COVID. My theory on it is that the cops don't want to get out of the car either. I zip past cops. They don't even hey, how you doing, officer? I know they're not going to stop me. Everybody clear on what I said?
Yep.
Not going to stop me.
Probably some cops heard you, too.
Well, that's kind of what I was thinking when I was pulled over. But that wasn't the reason.
No.
So once again, what did I say? I said it so clearly and so emphatically. And Kevin, by the way, even said that the cops have, don't don't endanger your safety with COVID if you don't really have a reason to pull someone over.
Right.
And I saw it. I was going past people, this and that. And once again, I noticed that people are driving much faster now since COVID. My theory on it is that the cops don't want to get out of the car either. I zip past cops. They don't even hey, how you doing, officer? I know they're not going to stop me. Mm-hmm.
And yet,
I got stopped. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. Now you're saying, ladies and gentlemen, you're saying, wait a minute, there you go, smart ass. And here's the thing. I'm going to now open myself up to more ridicule, as you always know. Maybe you remember, maybe you don't. Whenever I'm stopped, the minute I'm stopped, I always hit record. This is way before, police this, police that. I always record because I'm just looking for material. And just in case the cop says something crazy, weird.
Right. You got to drop.
Yeah, I got something. It's fun. But I also have a record of it, like for insurance. I record it. And I'm going to tell you people how to do it, too, in an easier way. Alexa's doing it. Amazon's releasing a traffic stop hardware. And so is Siri. It's already out on iPhone. They'll record your interaction with the cop by just saying, Siri, record me. I'm getting picked up, or whatever it is. Oops, I just said Siri. People's phone will go off. Hey, Mac, I didn't pick the phone. What number did you say? Did you give him, what number did you give him? The main line?
Hotline.
Oh, okay. I don't see that. All right. Well, it doesn't matter. If he wants to call, I'll know it's him.
He'll call back.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. So, okay. So, I recorded the... Okay, let me try to explain it. Buzz, you stop me, or Mac, whatever. If you think I'm not making myself clear, because I was literally thinking to myself, no freaking way. Now... I'm in the car. Lisa's in the car, and she made me. I'm going to play. I'm going to play the whole thing. Okay. I'm not going to. Should I just play the whole? It's a 3-minute recording of my stop, and then we can discuss it. We can break it down. How's that?
Let's hear it.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
Okay. Here we go. Now, to set it up, I'm going down the road. Just a second. Is this Kevin? Hey, Kevin. Kevin. Hello.
You there?
Is this Kevin Friel?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, this is Johnny B.
Hey, Johnny, what's going on?
I'll tell you what's going on. Okay, did you hear any of this live or no?
I have not.
Okay, listen carefully. Listen carefully, because I'll let you react to it too. All right, you ready?
Okay. All right.
You remember what I said last week? This is, by the way, this is Kevin Friel. Of course, he's our hero.
Did you ever know that you're my hero?
He's the guy who rolled up in the rain, rolled over semi, gave the guy a poncho, and pulled him out and saved his life.
It's just what he does.
That's just what he does. All right, Kevin, don't get nervous because this is about me now being embarrassed, not you. I'm about to be embarrassed.
This is just what Johnny does.
Yeah, this is me getting embarrassed. Okay, now, when I was talking to you about your hero-ship and all this stuff, and you said that you noticed a lot of cars are going faster and faster, zipping in and out of traffic, which I also saw on our way north. There was like sports cars. I don't know what was going on, like yellow cars, red cars, blue cars, sports cars, all identical. And they were like weaving in and out of traffic, going up like crazy, right? Like maybe I'm saying 90 to 100 miles an hour. I did see that.
Okay.
Okay, now, but here's what I said to you. It's when I had you on the phone, Kevin, our hero. I noticed that people are driving much faster now since COVID. My theory on it is that the cops don't want to get out of the car either. I zip past cops. They don't even like, hey, how you doing, officer? I know they're not going to stop me. You heard that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you're about to hear me getting stopped. That same day,
Oh, no.
when the show ended, I just told Buzz, I've been in the car. I left my home only 2 times. One, I got stuck in a car wash and totaled my car. That's one. I wish you were there to save me then. Okay. Number two, I went out again. The second time I left my home in this shitbag pandemic, I left my home again. And what happened to me? I got pulled over. But guess what? Guess what? I always record, and you're about to hear it. Now, I'm going to put your pot down so you won't be able to comment until I come back and tell you we're back. Same with you, Buzz. But here's the setup. I'm going north. The cop is going south. As I drive past this cop, no. I'm driving, and then I see him pass me, and I look in my rearview mirror, and I see him immediately spin around. And we're the only 2 people on the entire highway. He and I go past him, I see him spin around, and you can hear me pick it up from there. The minute I saw him turning around to get me with the lights on, I started to record. The phone is always on my dash. It's right there. So I just hit record. Here, Siri, hit record, and boom. Here we go. You ready?
All right.
Here we go. I'm not going to say one word about it because I'm going to embarrass myself to the end, and then we can break it down. Here we go.
Yep, he's coming to get me. He turned right around on me. I was going 72 miles an hour. Hey, shoot. I don't believe it. What was I just talking about on the air too, right?
Yeah.
I was just saying I'm not going to get picked up. Oh, my God. Oh, man. I don't believe it, man. What was I just saying to that guy?
Yeah.
I was saying, if I get picked up for speeding, like I never get picked up for speeding, they're not going to pull me over.
Yes.
Oh my God, that is the craziest shit. I don't believe it. It was. If you really think about it, it's the craziest thing that this happened. I literally can't believe I was literally talking about it.
Yeah.
Right? Like saying, is there a guy in the car or what?
Hello.
Hi, officer. How are you, sir?
How are you?
Well, not good now. Not good now, sir. No.
Okay, I stopped you driving a little bit fast.
What was I doing?
Initially I had you at 74. I locked you in at 73. Speed limit's 55 here. All right, and is your address and everything current on here?
Yes, correct.
All right, give me just a minute. Okay?
All right, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Do you think he's gonna give me a ticket, isn't he?
I don't know. He seemed nice.
Yeah.
Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna give you a written warning for speed today.
Thank you very much.
That's very kind, sir.
And so I'm gonna email it to you so we can get you on your way, so we're not standing here on the side of the road.
Right.
What is your phone number? you're not the Jonathan Brandmeier.
You got it.
Are you really?
You got it. Yes, sir. How do you know me?
I grew up in Kenosha.
Ah, it's crazy. That's crazy. That's hilarious.
Morning radio guy. When I'm 51.
There you go.
And there was another morning radio guy, and he that wasn't you, was it? That wrote the Moo Moo song?
That's me. Yeah. Moo Moo, I love you. Yeah, that's me. That's crazy, Polio. That's crazy.
I got to take my picture with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
People aren't going to believe this. You can stay in the car. I don't want to get out of the car.
Let's go.
You don't mind, do you?
No.
This is awesome. Excellent.
That's good. You sure you want to do another one?
No.
I owe you, officer. Thank you so much, sir. And you were a nice guy, man.
I saw your last name, and I'm like, John Brandmeier.
Yeah. Anyway, it was a pleasure meeting you.
It was nice meeting you.
All right. I hope we don't have to be speeding past each other again, but if you see me,
you won't be speeding.
keep your horn at me.
So, all right. 55 here, sir.
What a pleasure. What a pleasure.
Thank
you so much, officer. All right, man. All right. Thank you very much.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you, sir.
Take care. Have a good weekend.
All right, you too.
Well, that was nice. Lucky. Thank you, Lord.
That's my favorite part.
Thank you, Lord.
Lisa going. Thank you. Can you believe that guy came? Now, see, I'm not saying his name because I don't want to get him in trouble, but listen, he didn't let me go because he knew me. He was a nice guy from the get-go. Came right up because the car's not in my name. He didn't know. He couldn't figure it out. And so I talked, gave him the thing, came back, blah, blah, blah. He sent me a warning. Kevin, are you getting a kick out of this?
I am.
Yeah, you should be. I've attached, he wrote, Mr. Brandmeier, I've attached a copy of the written warning that we discussed. On a lighter note, it was really something for me to have met you yesterday. He signs it, Moo Moo, police officer. And then if he wants me to say his name, I would say his name, but I don't think
Probably
I will.
not a good idea.
But he was really, he came out, and you notice, I mean, honestly, I hear myself, I sound like such a wuss, but you know what? Kevin, would you agree with this? Because I know your wife writes for the police magazine or whatever she wrote to me about. You got to be nice, because if you're not nice, they're going to just slap you down one way or the other. They're just going to be mad at you.
Yep. And every time they walk up to a car, there's a possibility somebody's going to shoot them.
Right. You never know. Now, in there, so what happened was you hear me at one point. Well, let me ask you, gentlemen, Buzz and Kevin, our hero from the last episode. That's
just what he does.
Yeah, that's just what he does. What questions do you have about what you heard in there? Do you have anything that stuck out as being annoying or embarrassing or weird? Did you get any? Go ahead.
No, I mean that's a typical, a classic celebrity encounter.
I heard.
I mean
something.
Wait
a minute, Buzz. Kevin, Kevin has something to say. Go ahead, Kevin.
That was me.
Oh, Mac. I'm sorry, Mac. And Kevin, you can talk. Your mic is up. Kevin, back wherever you are. Go ahead, Mac.
I was just a little surprised when you started singing the Moo Moo song back at it.
Can't believe it. That's exactly. I'm so embarrassed.
Well, when the door opens, you got to go through it.
Yeah, but you know what? I had to prove, even though I already had a warning, I sort of like, I was so happy that he didn't give me a ticket because I just said no one's going to pick me up. There's no way. I noticed that people are driving much faster.
It's possible
now.
He could have joined in. I mean, there was always that possibility.
And so, it's okay. But Mac, in the moment, I hear what you're hearing. But, you know, what I'm saying is, to prove it was me, I got to go, Moo Moo, I love you. Your guy's like, hey, let's just sing. And then he goes, can we take a picture? And then, so now I'm leaving. I'm starting to get out. I go, no, you don't have to get out. Just stay right there. And he took a selfie with me. And then he just said, drive on. So, okay. So, go ahead. Say what you want to say, Max. So, what is it you want to say about that? Weird? Odd? I mean, it was weird, but...
Well, it was like all of a sudden, who put the nickel in you? Now you're performing for the guy. I just thought that was a little weird.
Who put the nickel in you? Oh, man. Kevin, go ahead. Did you have a comment about what you heard?
No. You're just lucky, a Wisconsin guy that knows you, I mean, you're close enough that he gets you in the, you can listen to him. So it's nice that you got more Wisconsin fans.
Yeah.
So, I mean, would you ever announce who you were?
No.
See, I don't do this. I don't do that either. And I had a cop one time say, he wrote me out a ticket. He said, we got to go to the police station. You got to do something. And I said, oh, geez, okay. And he started to walk away, and he said, you're not, because my license it says Julian Kilman. He says,
right.
You're not Buzz Kilman. I said, yes, I am.
Yeah.
Oh, man, you should have told me. It's too late now. You got to come with me. I don't let you walk. Oh, Jesus.
Wow. No, I would never say that. I don't know who said, but there's a line, the guy, one big celebrity goes, do you know who I am? And he goes, no, why? Are you lost?
Everybody was. They want to put you in jail as soon as you say that.
No. But the guy who answered him had the great answer. He goes, "Do you know who I am?" He goes, "No, why? Are you lost? Do you have dementia? You okay? No. Who are you? You know what I mean?" Okay. Put the nickel in me, and I start singing. But I've always been respectful. Of the, I always say thank you, whatever it is, right or wrong, because I know I've come at them a different way, and never works. I'll give you an example. I record all of them. Here we go. Hey, Kevin, you have a bad phone line anyway, but listen, you're still our hero. I can't wait to hear about your birthday party where your wife has that was a surprise party. Never mind. See you later, Kevin.
She's taking a lot of heat for being called the woman in the car. And she's saying, I was part of that too, and everybody's making fun of her because she's just a woman in the car.
Yeah. Well, I told you that my woman in the car was Lisa. She goes, oh, thank the Lord. All of a sudden, she becomes religious. Yeah. Oh, thank the Lord. Yeah, I'm sure the Lord had something to do with it.
Johnny, I'm going to let you go this time, but please don't sing the Moo Moo song to police officers anymore, if you can help it. Thank you, Jesus.
All right. Hey, Kevin, I love your wife, whoever she is. She seems like a sweetheart. You two have fun and drive carefully out there.
All right. One more thing. My dad was a Chicago cop, and I used to use his name all the time. He died in 1986, and we moved to Wisconsin in 98, and I was on Lakeshore Drive, and I got pulled over, and this guy comes up to my car, and he takes my license. I go, and I was 31, and he goes, I said, excuse me, sir. I said, would it help? My dad was a Chicago police officer. He turns and he stops. He comes back to me and he goes, aren't you a little fucking old to use that excuse anymore?
Oh, what? See what I mean? Right. I don't. Right. Here's what you risk when you say to a cop, I'm this or I'm that. I mean, I see the guys walking around or driving around with their, I'm a friend of the sheriff's and all that stuff. And it's all, I think when you say something like you said, Kevin, hey, my dad's a Chicago cop, or I were to say something like, or Buzz says, I'm Buzz Kilman, or whatever it is.
Congratulations.
They don't want to be. Yeah. Oh, nice. Great job. What's it like working with that asswipe you work with? Okay, but here's the thing. You risk saying to the cop, you don't have integrity. You're not going to do your job because you took my little verbiage bribe. It's sort of like you kind of put him in a spot.
That's what it is. That is what it is.
That's what I think it is. And that guy didn't say anything to that guy. He didn't say anything. And that's when he just went, oh, are you the...
Yeah. I got pulled over one time coming from a bar, going home. I might have had a little too much to drink. And the cop comes up to me, and I lean out the window and say, is this a speeding thing? Because I wasn't speeding. He said, no, it's not a speeding thing. It's a weaving thing. Oh. And but then he goes back. He says, let me run your plates here and see what the deal is. And he goes back in the car. And so far I haven't identified myself as a minor local celebrity. I know enough, no matter how much I've had to drink to do that.
Yeah. And who cares about it? Like, who cares, right?
Right. And then he's in his squad car, and another squad car pulls up. Guy gets out, they get into the same car together, and I can hear them talking. And I can hear the one cop say, I don't care who he is, he's fucking drunk.
Oh.
But the other cop knew and was a fan and got me out of that.
Oh, see, that's weird, man.
And I heard it all happening, them arguing about me.
Oh, wow.
I don't care who the fuck he is.
Oh, man. Yeah, because you know what? It's one thing getting thrown in the slammer for it, but it's another thing just getting a speeding ticket after you literally said out loud, no one's going to pull me over. Yikes. So what happened then? He didn't give you the ticket?
Yeah, they did. They let Amy drive me home.
Good cop, bad cop.
That's right.
Man, oh man. All right, Kevin, listen. Where do you live, by the way? What town do you live in?
Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin.
That's right by the Dells, right?
No, it's kind of between Madison and Lake Geneva.
Yeah.
By Whitewater. I don't know if you know where Whitewater is.
Sure, Tony Romo's house.
Well, he's somewhere.
Wait. Where did Tony Romo go to school? Didn't he go? Because in Wisconsin, you only have a few things to talk about. So you go, oh yeah, Tony Romo went. Didn't he go to Whitewater? No.
He
went to Illinois, didn't he?
I don't know where he went.
Yes, I think he did. Yeah, he's a little east of Whitewater. I can't think of his town, but yeah.
And let me be
Indiana camping right now.
Oh, you're in Indiana camping right now? No wonder your phone's like that. Listen, I love the fact you're going out there. Once again, I went out once, stuck in a car wash, went out twice, got picked up by a cop, but it ended in a nice way. But still, now I'm nervous to go out at all. But Kevin, you are my hero. And I will say this about your wife, Susan. She's more than just the woman in the car. She's the one who sang this song to you. God bless her. See ya, Kevin. Camp on. Hello.
Johnny.
Yeah, buddy.
You guys were just talking about the police and, telling somebody that my father was a cop or something like that.
Right.
They had the same reaction. Me and three buddies when we were in our younger 20s. We're in Chicago and getting ready to go camping for the weekend. Just hooked up with our guy. Each of us probably had a half ounce on us of weed. And we're in Rogers Park, and there's a police pullover. It's a Friday afternoon, bad neighborhood. Pull us over in a lot, and we're all shitting our pants. Policeman walks over to our car. The driver's got long hair, ponytail. Like I said, we're all in our early 20s. And cops like, what are you guys doing in this neighborhood? We're like, oh, live right around here. And cop walked away. He's like, hold on. And buddy driving with the long hair, his father was a sergeant, Chicago Police Department. So the police officer comes back to the car. Driver hands him a card. It's his dad's card. He goes, what's this? He goes, my dad told me to give this to police officer if I ever got pulled over. Guy goes, this your dad? He's like, yeah, that's my dad. He's like, I don't give a fuck about this. He's like, hold on.
See what I mean?
Walks away for 5 minutes. We're like, fuck, man. But then he walks back over and he goes, your dad's a good guy. Get out of here.
Oh, nice ending.
That's right.
Did you sing the Moo Moo song to him?
I wish I would.
Oh, my
One of my
God.
favorites.
Yeah, man, that is weird. See, to me, it's like, and I know I sound like a wuss, but to me, it's like, I was brought up, yes, sir, no, sir, thank you, sir. I can't. I really do now after hearing yours. What's your first name when you call in? Tell us what's your name, where you calling from. But I do believe what I said is right. Don't ever use some sort of tactic. Do you know who I am? My dad was a cop. This and that. This stuff. Figure you just be a nice person, and then maybe you won't get the ticket or whatever. I guess
it's gotta be yes, sir, no, sir. Yes, sorry to waste your time, sir. Absolutely.
Bottom line is they're in charge. At that moment, they're in charge. You can't, whatever you think about that particular cop or cop, they're in charge. They got your life. You just want to get on to where you're going. You don't care. So you don't want a ticket. You don't want to get out of the car and do a walk. You just don't want to. You don't want to.
Absolutely.
That's a good story, man. Thanks a lot. Thanks for listening. See, this guy dialed in live. You heard us talking about something. That's what we're doing. Right now, you can talk about anything you want on that subject. I was just thinking about the last time. I did get picked up once, and it was not good. I was thrown into jail.
Rarely is.
No. Yeah. Oh, I remember the good time I was picked up. Okay, so now that I've said this out loud, I got to finish this. So I was in California. I'm going to say 20 years old. At my buddy Leo's house, and the band. Let me just hold on. Let me do my Fonda like flashback. Hold on a second. I was at my buddy Leo's house, and I decided I was going to go to California because he told me to come out there. I was working in Appleton, Wisconsin at a radio station, and I had to turn the station on. Literally go in, turn the switches on, and start talking. And it was 20 below zero. I had a 68 Buick or whatever it was. It would never start. And I was so depressed. I was just eating and eating and eating and eating. I'm not kidding you.
I've never.
No, I know you never heard. I've never told this story.
I've never known anyone who drove a Buick.
Yeah, it was my Aunt Selma's. My Aunt Selma's car. And by the way, it's so funny because when I crashed up my car in a car wash, they gave me a white car to use. Enterprise gave me a white truck, and I roll up in a car, and people saying, "Hey, white car, Aunt Selma." My brothers go, "Well, Aunt Selma drives a white car. White cars are for old ladies." I go, "It's a rent-a-car." Okay, so let me get this clear in my head. So now my brothers call me, and we have the band called Brandy. It was my brother Jimmy, Michael, Willie, Tommy Yutchik, and he was on drums at the time, and they had a job to play without me in Eagle River, Wisconsin, and they hired a new lead singer, a girl, to be in front for Brandy, where I was the front.
Why weren't you?
I wanted to get on with my life. I wanted to go radio.
Oh.
So I went and I got an overnight job in San Jose, California at KLIV San Jose. And midnight to 6. And I just, honestly, I just hated it. And out of the blue, Jimmy calls and he says, "Listen, man, this chick is not working out. She's so high maintenance. It's a please come back, join us for the summer. Just join us for one summer." And I go, "You got it, man." I was on that plane so bad, it wasn't even funny. Okay? Plus, I had just met Lisa, and I go, "Well, I just want to go back and be around her."
Right.
And then the brothers, but I bet it was, wait a second, I'll bet it was more about the brothers than me. Yeah, probably. Anyway.
I'll bet not.
No,
That's
not.
what I'll bet.
A little bit of both. Okay, so now I realize, I look in the mirror, and I was at here's how it happened. I went to my buddy Leo's house. We had dinner with his sister, lived in Fremont, California. And we're eating dinner. And she said to me, "How much do you weigh?" At dinner. First of all, think of the rudeness of this. The sister, Leo's sister, says to me at the dinner table with the whole family, "How much do you weigh?" I said, "I don't know, like 175 or something like that, 175. She goes, "There's no way you weigh 175. Go get the scale."
Oh, God.
Now, think about this.
Is this before or after you ate the dinner?
This is, we're done because I was asking for more. And it triggered, it definitely triggered something in her where she said, "You know what, wait a minute.
Porky.
You got And Leo used to call me a fat little DJ. No, seriously. He'd say, "Fat little DJ. Is this weird? This is like some sort of therapy. This is probably what therapy would be like. You guys are my therapy. Thank you." This is coming out so clearly now. I see it. So they bring the scale. Imagine this, the scale to a dining room table, and they tell me to get on it. And I get on the scale, and I'm 200 pounds. Now, can you imagine me at 200 pounds? Can you imagine me at 200 pounds? 200 pounds?
I've never even come close to 200 pounds.
I thought to myself, and I'm thinking, okay, then I kept going, well, I got a sweater on. My brothers used to call it a horse blanket because I was thinking I was hiding my girth. Hey, you got your horse blanket on? Nice family. You want to think about it. Really nice family. Hey,
I never heard any of this before. I never heard 200 pounds before. I never heard 175. You looked at me like you're 150 pounds.
155.
There you go.
Yeah. Lean, mean, fight machine. Lean, mean, fight machine. Yeah. So, but here's the thing. So now, okay, because this is going like, you're saying out there, well, wait a minute. When did you go to jail? Okay. So now I go, holy shit. I look in the mirror and I get, sometimes out there, if you're gaining weight, you think you're not gaining weight. You get on the scale. It tells you what you need to know. I wouldn't go to buy the scale, but look in the mirror. The mirror will tell you whatever you need to know.
Yeah.
That's where you look, the mirror. I guess I didn't have any mirrors. I was living with Leo and another guy who was a Turkish dude who smelled like Drakkar. Oh, yeah, that's right. He had this terrible Drakkar cologne, and they would go out to discos, at the discos. Okay, now, but here's where it comes in. So my brother calls me, and they say, you want to be the lead singer in Brandy again? You want to come back, join us for an up-north resort? We're going to be there all summer, blah, blah, blah. I couldn't wait to get out of California. It was like, okay, here we go. Look in the mirror, I go, wait, I'm not going to go on stage looking like this. So I decided, and remember now, this is pre-intermittent fasting. Pre-intermittent fasting.
All right.
I decide I'm going to eat every other day from whenever that was until June when we open up at the resort.
That's a plan.
Every other day, yes. However, I just didn't eat enough, and so one night they were going to the disco. And I'm going with you guys. His name was Bulent and Leo. I'm going to go to the disco with you guys. And I'm drinking gin and diet tonic. And I'm drinking it like a fish, okay? And so they had valet parking, and I'm speeding it up. Leo goes, I said, I'll go get the car. And I get the keys from him. I get his car, and I'm driving in a circle around all the parked cars, and I'm flipping him the bird every time I come past him. Driving around, flip him the bird. Come on, man. Brad, they call me Brad. Brad, get out of the car. Get out. I'm going faster and faster and faster around the circle, and bam! I smashed into 5-6 cars in a pile. Just smashed them up in the parking lot. Now, by the way, I'm not, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not proud of this story. I've never told it, so I'm telling you now. I smashed into these cars, and I remember so clearly, I just got out of the car, and I sat on top of the hood, and I'm looking around like, who did this? Where did this come from? And then I start to hear this mob mentality. That's a fucker that hit my car. That guy right there. He was driving around. And I could hear it getting louder and louder and louder. And the cops rolled up, and I remember them saying, sir, walk for us. Can you say the alphabet? Give me the alphabet. And I went, A.
Oh, jeez.
That was it. It was like I said something, C. Next thing I know, I'm thrown in, cuffed, put in the car, back of their car. I'm looking at Leo. Leo said I was smiling at him out the window as it drove away, smiling. Just, goodbye, see you, bye, goodbye.
That's the power of gin, right?
Power
there.
of gin and diet tonic. Take that 200-pound porker and eliminate it. So now we go to jail. They throw me in, and I had a 3-piece suit on, of course, because it was disco time. Can you imagine? I wish they just had a picture of me in this 3-piece suit at 200 pounds. I got to tell you. No, I don't. You people who grew up with the social media, you're very unlucky, because a lot of the stuff we did without social media will remain in our heads forever.
That's
no one will ever see it. No one will ever know it.
It is what we want it to be.
Yeah, it is exactly the way it is in our own heads, and that's the way it's going to stay. Okay? So he got, and I remember because the guy said to me, what do you do? And I said, I'm a DJ at KLIV in San Jose. And he goes, oh, why don't you get in there and spin some records for us then while you're in there? I remember him being very, very mean to me. And I laid there, and I just fell asleep on the cement. It was like a holding tank. And I fell asleep on the cement, and I woke up them going, hey, come on, here you go. And they brought me a piece of apple pie.
Nice.
And a slice of, and well, it wasn't just for me. It was like a breakfast or something, and a carton of milk. And I inhaled it like a man possessed. And then later on, they said, you're ready to go. You've been bailed out. And that was, Leo he went around to all his friends. He took change. He had a big change jar. He went, got it all and he got me out for bail for whatever it was, $250 or whatever. The bail was really cheap, but he got me out. And the next part, well, I got out of that particular court trial because there was a girl involved who said, I'll take care of it. She ripped it up. I never went to trial. I got in a plane and went to Wisconsin.
How'd she take care of it?
Just took care of it. She worked in the courthouse.
Nice.
Friend of ours said, okay.
Yeah.
She goes, your trial coming up? Judge is never going to see it. Ripped it up. Really?
That's the way it works. Sometimes.
Yeah. A friend of ours, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, that was it. That was it. My night in jail. Oh, I guess I was in jail one more time. A guy, I was in a bar, and on his stall, my buddy Pepe kicked the stall door down and landed on me, and I kicked it back on him, and they said we destroyed the bar. Are we on the air right now? Because I feel like I'm...
You're getting kind of nostalgic and wispy. I can feel you drifting.
I am definitely drifting. Buzz, just ask me to sing the Moo Moo song so I can get out of this.
Do you know the words?
No, hold on.
Quite honestly, I've never heard you mention being in jail before, and I'm glad you mentioned it because I trust people more knowing that they've been in jail.
Yeah, it wasn't like I served a
character builder. It's a character builder.
If I were sober, I probably would have been crying in there, but I wasn't. So I guess that was the difference.
Smiling in the squad car is like that. That's a showbiz moment right there.
He goes, and you're smiling and you're waving at me.
I didn't know the alphabet.
All right. Sorry to bother you with that, ladies and gentlemen, but that started because I got picked up over the weekend when I said, I noticed that people are driving much faster now since COVID. My theory on it is that the cops don't want to get out of the car either. I zip past cops. They don't even hey, how you doing, officer? I know they're not going to stop me. They did. Last weekend. They did. And it was before I sang the Moo Moo song to him in the car. Jonathan Brandmeier Radio Showcast.
Well, it's Friday night. I don't know what to do. I think I'll go down to the Lincoln Park Zoo. Oh, yeah, there's a lot to do when it's just me and you. Well, I got a six-pack, a bale of hay. Tell your old friends to stay out of my way. They like to get good or get there anyway. I'm gonna get naked tonight, and I'll say, Moo Moo, I love you. I know you're a cow, but anything will do. Say, Moo Wee, can't you see? I just wanna make love to you. That's right, baby. Inside now, what did I see? Some big old elephants and little monkeys. Yeah. They don't matter, you're the only one for me. My Gary Dollar ain't no order. I say now, Moo Moo, I love you. I know you're a cow, but anything will do. I say, Moo Wee, can't you see? I just wanna make love to you. Well, I just wanna make love to you. Yeah, that's all I ever wanna do. I hope I don't get no disease. Can of herpes in my vitamin D. Would you welcome Mr. Stuart Longneck? Just pull up my pants, spoke my life, you ruined our plans. And someday I'll be back to you, and I'll sing, Moo Moo, come on, I love you. I know you're a cow, but anything will do. I say, Moo Wee, can't you see? I just wanna make love to you. Everybody now, Moo Moo, I love you. I know
a little cow.
Meow. Meow. Will I ever make love to you?
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, officer. I told you that you can record your own traffic stops. There's 2 apps you can use. I just push it on play when I'm getting picked up. There's one app called Getting Pulled Over, and there's a current version of that one now. It's called Getting Pulled Over, and basically all you do is you just say, "Hey, Siri, getting pulled over," and boom, they start recording your traffic stop and the cop talking to you automatically. And now Alexa has a new one called I'm Being Pulled Over from Ring Car Cam, $200. Features a traffic stop where if you're pulled over while driving, you simply say, I got to be careful because people have Alexa, I'm being pulled over, and your Ring Car Cam will automatically start recording. Footage from the stop will be securely stored, and you can automatically notify a loved one that you have been stopped. Now, the Federal Communications Commission, Amazon noted, does not authorize this device for sale. Speaking of Alexa, the voice system, we're on that. We're trying to get that fixed up so you can just yell, shit show, showcast, whatever, and goes. But you can use these commands. They have added a set of privacy features to Alexa. Users can use the command, Alexa, review my privacy settings, or Alexa, delete everything I've ever said. That is exactly what I want. Delete everything I've ever said. That's what I want. Hey Siri, I'm getting pulled over. I told you that, how to download it. You can find that out. Just Google it and you use it. But basically, I would hit the record on everything. And sometimes, like I said, I'm nice and sometimes I'm not nice. This is one where you could just tell I was getting a little perturbed by getting pulled over. I actually had my license taken away for speeding. Listen, this is 40 seconds.
How you doing? Yes, sir.
Do you hear that? Right out of the box, I've already got a nigga. How you doing? Yes, sir.
How you doing? Yes, sir. Was I really speeding for real? Hold on.
We wouldn't be standing here.
I got you.
We wouldn't be standing there, he says, if you weren't.
Yes, here. I swear I had it on cruise. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Sorry about that.
Are you drinking here?
No, but I'm just pissed. I'm tired of getting pulled over. And it's like there was like the 3rd time in a month I got pulled over, and it was like, okay, I tried the nice route. I keep getting tickets. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I checked your speed at 78. Does it speed at all?
No, I thought I was playing with the cruise control. I had it, and I said it was 72. Then I saw these people pass me, so I looked down, I put in 75, so as I was probably getting there, I probably went up. But I wasn't that consistently doing that, but...
Well, I'm going to issue a citation for the speed of each of the racing vehicle. I'll be back with you in a few minutes.
Wait a minute. Do you want to hear the Moo Moo song?
Right.
Yeah, right. Wait a minute. Do you want to hear the Moo Moo song? All right.
If it works.
Yeah, if it works. I mean, you could just hear it's like, and then I go, oh yeah, well, officer, if I was speeding, I put the. They don't care if you put on cruise control, how you got to the speed. Hey, our old pal Gino's on the line. Gino Giovannutte. Hey, Gino.
Yes.
I want you to hold on a second, okay? Because I want to talk to you about something that a lot of email came up regarding you telling a story about the late and the passing of Gale Sayers. And I don't remember the story, but I want you to hold on, okay?
You bet.
All right. Remember Gino, Buzz?
Absolutely.
833 Loon Line is the voicemail. 833 Loon Line is the voicemail. Direct line to us now is 833-5JB Show.
Johnny, when you get pulled over by the cops, just shut up. You sound like such a puss.
All right.
Jonathan Brandmeier.
The Jonathan Brandmeier Showcast. Woo! Send Johnny B your wacky songs, jokes, and other funny shit to brandmeiershow@gmail.com.
Yeah, let's go to our pal Gino. We haven't talked to Gino in a long time. Gino Giovannutte.
Gino. Suave. Gino.
Suave. Yeah. Gino.
Yes.
How you doing, bro? Good. Hey, Gino, I know. Hey, by the way, also, we're putting a page out to our engineer, the man responsible for all of this. We couldn't do any of this, what we're doing, a live show in this pandemic. Me alone, Buzz alone, Mag alone, everybody alone, trying to put this together live and live streaming without Bill Malone. And I noticed something. Usually when I send a note to Bill, he'll answer right away. And then I'll send a note, answer right away. And I just started thinking to myself, I wonder what's going on with Bill. And my instinct was right. He fell down some... I don't know what happened to him because he won't tell me. But he has a new hip. He busted up his hip, and he cannot leave his house, his domain, for 8 to 12 weeks. So if you're going to do it...
Boy...
It's a good, that's a good thing that you're stuck in this particular situation. And Gino, the reason I asked you about this too is don't you have a new hip?
Well, I got a new hip, which isn't a big deal. Like the next day they send you home and they tell you, do these exercises or go see a physical therapist for whatever, a matter of weeks or something. But I was home for like 10 or 11 days after the surgery and my hip dislocated. And when it dislocated, I was on the floor in like a total lower body cramp. I can't even explain it. My right foot was jacked up to my right leg was jacked up to my left ear, and my right foot was the total opposite direction. I mean, it was hard to even look at. And I was on the floor for like 2-3 days because I didn't want to call, an ambulance or whatever. But then they wouldn't let me out of the hospital for a week. And then when I finally get out of the hospital, they go, you're going to a nursing home. So they sent me to the Symphony Nursing Home in Evanston for 8 days. And I was finally like, when am I getting out of here? Well, you got to talk to the social director, or not social director, but, whatever they call it, social worker.
Yeah.
And finally, like the cuckoo's nest, after 8 days, they go, I'm getting out of here. It was weird.
No, wait. You just took off?
Yeah. No, I had to. But I basically was like, look, I'm getting out of here. You better get somebody to sign this. I'm out. And I was.
Okay.
Isn't that nursing home, didn't some bad things happen with that nursing home? It rings a bell from the news.
It could be. I honestly don't know. But yes, it was Symphony Nursing Home on Foster.
Wow. And Gino made sure he got the address and the info out. Hey, Gino, I don't know if you know this or not. And by the way, and dude, as you know, I always say, stay on the phone so I can hear you. Now, listen. I don't know if you know this, as a matter of fact. So over the years, the last couple of years that we were off, not on the air, Gino would never stop texting. Continue to text. He had no idea, as we said in it's episode 1, nobody really knew except Buzz that we were coming back, and Bill Malone, of course. Now, I saved your texts, all of your texts, and I print them out. Yeah, every single text you have ever sent me, I print out. Because it's not good. I would never do anything to totally embarrass you, but I will tell you this. You wrote this letter, and you copied my brother-in-law, Mike Baronzini, on it. And it says, Gino text. Mike, hope you're getting better every day. Because Mike went through cancer. I got my second new hip. And I just got home Friday after 15 days in the hospital at Rush and rehab in Evanston. They treated me like a stroke victim, in quotes, Gino, printed loud. I'm going to bounce this ball to you. I want you to catch it, Gino, and bounce it back to me. Can you do that? Good. In quotes. Now we're going to do a few more curls, Gino, only this time we're going to put 1.5 pounds weight on it, okay? The gruel was so bad, Gino texts, I lost 22 pounds since Halloween. I can't tell where the bags under my eyes, my chins, and my scrotum start or stop. I'm a shriveled mass of prescription drugged up flesh. Hope you're doing well, JB. Have the merriest of Christmases.
Well, this is a book.
His writing is a book.
Yeah.
Gino. Yeah. That's the funniest thing. And Gino, there's many more where that came from. But right now, you had one hip and you have another hip.
Well, I had the same hip redone. They just put a new hip with an even slightly longer pin than the first hip.
All right.
Because of the dislocation.
Okay, so now I think this other hotline line right up, I think this might be Mr. Malone, the engineer of all engineers. Bill?
Awesome.
Hey, Johnny.
Billy boy, how you doing?
Oh, okay. How you doing?
I'm so happy that you actually called back because I was writing you emails and you weren't answering. How do you want to explain how it happened or no?
Me? Well, yeah, sure. I mean,
Gino, that's Bill Malone. Buzz, that's Bill Malone.
I know
Gino.
Bill.
Hey, Buzz. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Go ahead. How did it happen, Bill? What happened? What's wrong with you? What happened?
Well, I was getting a new roof put on the house.
Oh no.
Yeah, and that's a recipe for all sorts of disasters. But no, what I was doing is I was trying to do some of the painting and prep work for painting in advance of the new roof getting up there, because you can be less picky about, where the cleaning up the stuff you scrape off, and if any paint drips on the old roof, it doesn't matter. The next day they're going to come and put a new one on anyway. So I'm up there working on this stuff, and I mean, it was like beautiful weather. This was on Monday, the 14th, and part of the house. Most of it's two-story, but there's a part where the first floor extends past where the upper roof is, and I had a ladder up on the lower roof to get to the higher roof, and I, it's one of those.
You didn't see this coming? You didn't see this coming, Bill?
You think, you look at stuff, and you sort of look at the angles and things, and you say, I mean, unless I get up there and start jumping up and down, this thing should be stable. And you get up there.
And bye-bye, Bill. Yikes.
That kind of thing happens so fast. You don't have any recollection of what went wrong. So I couldn't even tell you why I ended up sailing through the air. But
so you're laying there, and now the result of this is you can't move out of your home for 8 to 12 weeks. And what exactly is wrong with you? I mean, is your hip is broken, or what is it?
Yeah. So the part of the hip where the bone at the top of the femur goes into the socket, that part of the hip actually just broke off.
Gino, what happened to yours? Didn't yours just fall off?
No, I just had, over years, I just was finally just dragging a leg.
So wait a minute. Is there so you had to get a new hip, Bill?
Well, no. They were able to pin the stuff back together, and I don't have any, the joint, the ball and socket and everything is still original. It just had to be put back together. But I landed, I must have landed like right on it and nothing else, because really that's the only thing that happened. I didn't, hit my head on anything.
Sure,
I didn't
neck.
hit the other side of my body, my neck,
Yeah.
So
Wow,
but,
man.
yeah, it's like it's just you have no control over how you're going to land when you're tumbling through the air like that. And it was just the way it was, and it, I guess it could have been worse.
Wow, you're right. Honestly, you could have fallen.
You could be dead.
Yeah, you could be
Just
dead,
kidding.
right? And then we'd have to turn the stream off. Okay, whatever. Yeah, that's what we're worried about, Bill. Would we have to turn the stream off? Who's going to fix it? No.
Well,
Bill, you do know I was really worried about you as a friend. I was thinking.
I do.
And I kept saying.
Yeah,
I kept saying. I kept going to Elise. I said, it's not like Bill. I'm feeling that something's wrong. I just don't know what's wrong. And it comes to say, there you are with this hip problem. And, Buzz is right. You could be dead. You could literally be dead. You're not dead. I also thought maybe you have COVID. I thought he has COVID. He's in a hospital. He's got COVID. But here's the thing. Your hip has been put back together, but Gino, your hip has been totally replaced, not once, but twice.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and from what I understand from hip replacement patients is it's no less of a picnic than trying to recover from something that's broken, because it can be it's a long way back to mobility and full use.
And Gino, talking about being a porker, you said you lost a lot of weight. You look so skinny. I can't believe some of the pictures I saw on you.
Oh, I dropped. Yeah, I haven't gained it back. I dropped about 35 pounds, in a matter of weeks.
Gino, I'm going to bounce the ball to you. I want you to catch it. I'd love to watch you in rehab, man. Because he has no patience for something like that. But so, Bill, on your side, Bill Malone, Engineer Extreme, you are going to be okay. It will heal, and you'll just... Here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe we can learn something. You know, people who are paid to go on the roofs and do whatever they do, let them go up on the roof. That's it. Just let them do it.
Yeah. That's what they do.
That's what they do. Just what they
That should
do.
be today's.
Yeah, that's right.
If nobody takes anything else away from the show, that's what they should.
It's
should
just
learn from
what
that.
they do. There's no question. So you're going to be all right. You sound great. So that's all you. It's just, Gino. You can't offer him any advice because, or can you? Is there any doctor or anything else you can say to him that might help him recover faster? Other than
No, I had physical therapy with this beautiful Turkish physical therapist in the West Loop that I just adored. But I could give a recommendation on that. But no, I have no idea. I didn't break anything.
Okay.
Well, you know, the model here for things like this, and I would guess other fractures and things that are not in any way life-threatening, but they get you up as fast as they can. They get you up. They try to get you moving. You can't put any weight on the thing, but as I found out, because I've been working with a great physical therapist for the last several days, there are things you can do that make the process a whole lot better and faster. You can't just sit there and do nothing. You got to work the way they tell you to, and it gets a little rough, but it's definitely definitely worth it. It helps so much.
All right. Well, I'm glad to hear that you're all right. I'm glad. It just feels good to hear your voice in my ear. Gino's all right, and now Gino's going to. Bill, if I just say yes or no to this, don't tell me. Do you recall Gino ever telling a story about him meeting Gale Sayers?
I don't.
I don't either. But I got a lot of emails about it saying, hey, I want to hear Gino's story about Gale Sayers, who passed away this week. And I guess we're going to hear it. I guess he's going to tell me the story. Hey, Bill, listen, go back, do whatever you have to do, relax, rest, and I appreciate you calling back, man, and I appreciate you helping us.
Great to talk to you guys, and we'll be in touch. Thanks.
All right, Billy Malone, the one and only Bill Malone. He is, really, there's none of this stuff we could do without him. None of it. He's just first class. Man, I was worried about him. Gino, you're doing all right. I haven't seen you in a long time either, but you're doing okay. Physically, you're doing all right, right?
I have a lot of other issues. The hip is...
Yeah, there we go. All right, listen.
No surprise.
Yeah,
there
we go. All right, now, Gene, Buzz, do you remember any Gale Sayers story? Because I do not.
No. The Kansas Comet, no.
Okay, all right, so Gino, you went to a bar and you met Gale Sayers. Just tell me this. Is it going to be a bad story about Gale Sayers, or is it going to be okay? Give me a hint.
No, it's a great story. And then when we went over it the first time on the air, you always get listeners going, so and so ran into him and he didn't sign something. But Gale was just fantastic. I was I live in the West Loop, and I went to see my friend's bar, Patio Fagan's, Pat and Kathy Fagan. And it was like a Saturday, early afternoon, not busy or anything. And we're just kind of talking at the bar, and I looked at the back, and there's like a booth, but not booth, like against a wall booth seats. So they're looking at us, we're looking at them, and I look at this guy, and I go to Pat, that's Gale Sayers. And all of a sudden, the guy walks up who was in their party. It was Gale, his wife Artie, and this gentleman, I forget his name, but a nice fella. He goes, hey, it's all right. You can come over and say hello, because they could tell we didn't recognize them. And so I went up, and we were talking to them, and they were so sweet. And they're like, and I'm telling them, oh, my God, I remember on November 10th, 1968, when you blew out your knee. And, all this stuff. And he's looking at me like, wow, you're old. And so they go, well, why don't you sit down with us? So I sit down on the booth next to Gale, and I jammed his thumb. And he doubles up, and he's like, wincing in pain, and he's grabbing his thumb. And I'm like, oh, my God, Gale, come on, Hall of Fame.
toughen up.
Oh, wait. You sat on Gale Sayers' thumb?
Yeah.
Oh,
when I went to
why wouldn't I remember that?
I was a little chunkier, and I jammed his thumb.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I love Brian Piccolo, and I want you to love him, too. Okay, so but when you sat on Gale Sayers' thumb, he reacted how?
Oh, it must have hurt like a son of a bitch because, he immediately, doubled up, and he's grabbing his thumb, and he's kind of wincing, and he's, kind of, moving about, and I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. And they're like, don't worry about it. And he was already starting to, lose a little bit mentally, but he was still fine at that point. This is probably 6 or 7 years ago now already. But the craziest part of this is, I'm an old man at this point, and I live a half block from the place, so I go running home, and I got this little statuesque figurine thing of Gale Sayers, and I go, you going to be here a while, Gale? He's like, yeah, I guess, I go, this will only take 10 minutes. I run home, I get my little figurine, and he signed it for me, which was cool.
A figure? Oh, I think that is what I recall. That's when I believe the call started coming in, busting you for having a figurine of Gale Sayers. I think that was the weirdest thing. So he did sign it after you sat on his thumb, so there's a good ending to that story, right?
Yeah, so the other thing that you listeners are probably talking about is my high school friend Klaus Wellhausen and I, probably 10 or 12 years after Sayers retired or blew out his knee, we went to the Brian Piccolo golf tournament at the Playboy Club in Lake Geneva, and we ran into Kerman Alexander, who's a San Francisco 49er, a cornerback who hit Sayers and blew out his knee on an end run. And we went up there, and we're like, high school kids, I think, and we're like, hey, man, you're the guy that blew out Sayers' knee. And Kerman Alexander's like, clean hit, boys, clean hit.
Oh, my
That's
God. Right. Oh, my God. That's your memory of Gale Sayers.
You have no idea, Johnny. This is, I've never been like a big hero worshiper or, especially sports guys. But as a little kid, when Gale Sayers came into the league, I'm a little kid.
Yeah.
And I was just fascinated by him. And I'll never forget, I had confirmation practice, so I had to go to St. Benedict's Church on a Sunday when the Bears are playing. And my mother picks me up after confirmation practice. I get in the car. She waits till I get in the car. She goes, I got bad news for you. Gale blew out his knee today. It was like the Kennedy assassination.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Gino.
Everybody remembers where they were.
Yeah, right? when he blew out his knee. But Gino.
I'm just a cat sitter.
Gino is cat sitting while his ex-fiancée Tracy is vacationing in Scotland.
Yes, that's true.
All right. Hey, whatever happened to that? Whatever happened to her?
Oh, she likes her lunch money. Anyway, Johnny.
She likes her lunch money. Okay, I see what you're saying. Go ahead. Tony Romo went where, Gino?
To Burlington High School. He played against two of my nephews in basketball and football. He was probably a better even basketball player than football player.
All right. Well, there's your football story. There's Walter Payton.
Where did he go to college?
I said Whitewater, but that was
Eastern Illinois.
I thought so.
Who went to Whitewater? A famous NFL player. Anybody? No?
I don't know.
No? All right, man. Let me talk about Gale Sayers. 50s. Because I did have a conversation with him, and it was really, really enjoyable. And do you remember when Walter Payton called the show? Gino, do you remember it?
No.
Okay, well, you're going to hear it because there's something.
My time.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. 5 seasons, 68 games. That's all it took for Gale Sayers to prove to everyone he was one of the greatest running backs in football history. 5. Those 5 seasons still hold up today to put Sayers into the conversation of the top 5 running backs of all time. Just give me 18 inches of daylight. That's all I need.
Really?
Yeah, that comes up in this conversation with our pal Kent Voss. You wrote the book I Am Third.
Yes.
Okay, that was made into Brian's song.
Yes.
Okay, then they did another Brian song with, of course, Billy Dee Williams playing the part of you, Gale Sayers.
James Caan played Brian.
Man, what a movie. What a movie. And then they did it again,
Yes.
and I was not aware that they did it again.
You know, I probably like the first one better, but the second one, that particular day, it was the highest watched film also on TV. You look at your television monitors; it's on every month.
Yeah, that's right. You're right about that. Do you know how many times if you say Gale Sayers, then they'll go, I love Brian Piccolo, and I love Brian Piccolo, and
I'm gonna cry. Cut it out.
Did you ever get anyone to say to you, hey, Gale, say that? Say that like in the movie. I love Brian Piccolo. I want you. Boy, oh boy.
That's one of the most powerful scenes ever.
It was a great movie. They did a great job, and the movie was 99% true. You know, so and I enjoyed it. I saw the movie one time when they came to the Bears and they showed it to the Bears at a theater, and I just wanted to see how they did it. And I saw it, and I cried, and I never seen it again.
No kidding.
Yeah, I haven't seen it again because I lived it. I don't have to see it.
Unbelievable. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to, Gale Sayers, I'm going to watch it.
Okay.
And I'm going to call you if I begin to cry. You're going to talk me down from it. Is this a true statement? Tell me if this is true or not to this day. Are you still the NFL's all-time leader in kickoff return average, or has that been surpassed right now?
I am still the man.
No kidding.
Yes, I am. 31 yards of return.
Gale Sayers, goal number 40, still the NFL's all-time leader in kickoff return average. That is hard to believe.
Yes.
Wow.
Long time ago.
Can you golf, Gale?
Yes, I can golf.
Yeah. Can you beat Ditka?
No.
You can't beat Ditka?
No, he cheats.
No, he does cheat. Yeah, he does cheat. You know he does.
Yeah, no, he's good. He's not bad, but he plays a good game of golf.
Really?
That's bull. That's corn. That's nothing.
I like the game, and I love to play it, but I don't have enough time to play it.
Yeah, that's right. Ditka's got nothing but time.
Right.
He's just laying around and bringing the cash in, isn't he?
That's right.
You'll be signing autographs. What do they ask you to sign? Did they ever ask you to sign anything weird?
Not really. You know, it's usually, it's pictures. You know, you got footballs, you got helmets, you got jerseys, and things like that. But, a supporter, no. Nothing like that, But,
They don't pull supporters out and say, Gale, will you sign, they could drop their pants.
Right.
Gale, will you just sign this? Man, it's a weird world, Chicago,
You're right.
You never know.
What's I got one.
Ken Foss, Associated Press. Gale Sayers, go ahead, please.
With the way surgery has advanced today, if you had the same knee injury today that you had when you were playing and that eventually ended your career, would you have been able to continue on?
I probably could have played another 4 years.
Oh man, look out then.
Man. And of course, I had a bad knee operation, a knee injury, but the surgical techniques back then were awful. They put you in a cast from hip to toe for 10 to 12 weeks. When my leg came out of my cast, it was probably 40 inches. My thigh, it was probably down to 15 inches.
Man. Holy man.
And I cried for a week. How can I build my leg back up so I can play football again?
Wait, go ahead, repeat that. You just said you cried for a week. Did you hear that, everybody, when you're busting me about crying? Gale Sayers cried for a week. Hear that?
You should have saw my leg.
Yeah, right.
I couldn't believe it, how bad it was.
I just remember as a kid, we were rooting so hard. We really wanted you to come back, and it was like, every year it was like, is he going to come back? Is he going to come back?
Yeah, well, I was fortunate. I came back the next year and led the league in rushing. The only person to gain 1,000 yards that year.
So if surgery would be then what it is today, let's see, 9,435 combined net yards would be higher.
That's right. Yes.
4,956 yards rushing, higher.
Yes.
336 points scored, higher.
Yes.
higher, all of it. In his relatively short career, he compiled a record that can never be forgotten. He is Gale Sayers. Wow. Here's what I would have you sign on my jock. By the way, no, wait a minute. Gale, as I said that, and you're going to see why that doesn't sound right in a second. I would have you sign the saying that they captured on NFL films. You know what I'm talking about?
What's that?
NFL films, they got this beautiful shot of you saying a great line. Now he knows what.
I know.
He's the only one that gets it. Gale Sayers is the only one that gets the joke.
That's real cute.
And as I said, I want you to sign my jock.
Right. Okay.
I go, oh no. Gale, would you like to say your famous line?
No, I don't. No,
why not?
No,
Just say it. You got to say it because it's hilarious.
Give me 18 inches of daylight. That's all I need.
Gale Sayers.
You're really bad. You know that.
Oh, man. I did not intend that, sir. I did not intend it. You're something else, sir. Congratulations to you for the greatness.
All right.
Congratulations for being good old number 40.
Well, thank you very much.
Congratulations for making everyone in the world cry and very happy all at the same time. Gale Sayers, thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Bits of Brandmeier. Flashback.
There it is. Gale Sayers, the great Gale Sayers. It's Ken Foss in there. The brightest of lights. He was the man. Give me 18 inches of daylight. That's all I wanted him to sign on my jock. And he would not. What a man. I love Brian Piccolo. And I want you to love him too. Billy DeWilliams. Oh, you didn't like it?
No.
What you talking about, Willis?
I mean, I remember the theater that I was at. It was in South Florida, in Miami. And I went to at the time I went to see everything. I just I spent my life going to the movies.
That ain't right.
And I sat there and I couldn't believe how maudlin the thing was. I mean, it was just such an overt play for to make you cry. I mean, and it just irritated the dog crap out of me.
Gale Sayers even cried. You just heard him say it. Gale Sayers cried.
He lived it. He's got something to cry about.
Yeah.
I'm just watching James Caan and
Billy D. Williams.
Billy D. Williams, pretend that that he's dying and stuff, and it seemed to me such a blatant appeal for emotions and stuff.
I don't want to bring this part up, but I think it's a thing you had with Billy D. Williams, because I remember one time you told me that you cried during a Colt 45 commercial.
I've had some weeping experiences with Colt 45.
Colt 45. That was a beer.
That was a beer.
There was beer.
God.
Oh man!
6-pack of tall ones, and you're
good to go.
You don't know what happened.
And you thought you were getting more liquored because there was apparently there was a little more liquor in it or something.
Yeah.
You thought there was more liquor.
Yeah.
I'm getting liquored. Yeah, Colt 40. What do you got? Colt 45.
Yeah.
Billy D. Williams loves it. Billy D. Williams drinks Colt 45. Anyway, Gale Sayers, Hall of Famer, running back, died at 77. Poetry in motion. You'll never see someone like that again. Buzz doesn't like the movie.
I mean, people talk about the movie. You'd think it was the greatest movie ever made.
It's a great sports film. It's a great. There's no question about it. It's a 1971 made-for-TV movie that remains one of the most popular movies of all time.
That's right. Doesn't mean it's good, but
just because it's popular doesn't mean it's good.
That's right.
I love Brian Piccolo. I don't know why I didn't get the part. I guess I was only like 3. I love Brian Piccolo. He has the mental attitude that makes me proud to have a friend who spells out the word courage 24 hours a day, every day of his life. You flatter me by giving me this award, and I tell you that I accept it for Brian Piccolo. It is mine tonight. It is Brian Piccolo's tomorrow. I love Brian Piccolo, and I'd like all of you to love him too. Tonight, hit your knees and ask God to love him too.
And in all fairness, I've never met anyone who also didn't like it.
That's right. Well, you just heard.
Apparently, I'm alone.
You just heard Gino tell us that he went to a bar, met Gale Sayers, and he sat on his thumb, and he still didn't. Gino had to go to doctor after doctor after doctor to just the mental psychology of that. We sent Gino Giovannutti, who you just heard tell the story about sitting on Gale Sayers' thumb. We had to send him to even Dr. Phil. Remember that? Dr. Phil.
Sorry I'm late. What I need you to do right now for me, Gino, is I need you to sit down faster in that chair than a whore in a pecker patch. Now, okay. What seems to be your major malfunction here, Gino? Tell me about yourself. Well, I write jokes for Leno, and I babysit cats. You what? I babysit cats. You babysit cats? What is wrong with you? Well, I've been down to Ohio a couple times and managed to get closer to the cats than the lady in question. That is crazy. You know what, Gino? I know a solution for you right now, and I want you to open your ears, get the corn out of it, because I got a recommendation for you. You need to stop worrying about whiskers and get yourself some whisker biscuit. Wow. Let me write that one down. Okay. I understand where you're going with all this. Thanks for your time. Gino, you're f***ed up. You are f***ed up. You are f***ed up. You got problems.
There is. Dr. Phil didn't even like Gino. There it is. Gino. Gale Sayers, the great Gale Sayers. 18 inches of daylight. I wish I could have had him sign that on my jock. Of course, I don't need to wear a jock. Yeah! 1, 2, 3, 4. 833 Loon Line. 833 Loon Line. Let's listen to some voicemails.
There is perhaps no natural sound that more completely symbolizes the call of the loon. No doubt the loons were communicating something significant to each other when they gave these calls.
Maybe, maybe not. Doesn't matter. On the Loon Line, you can do whatever you want. 833 Loon Line for entertaining, not complaining. Here we go. 833 Loon Line. We listen.
Johnny B. Right on, Buzz. Hey, what's the difference between a chickpea and a garbanzo bean? I've never had a garbanzo bean on my face. Collect.
Oh, boy. Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. Jeez. What's it? Wait. Hold on. What the hell?
Johnny B.
Yes.
Right on, Buzz. Hey, what's the difference between a chickpea and a garbanzo bean?
Mm-hmm.
I've never had a garbanzo bean on my face.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Collect.
Okay, we get it. Wow. That's a good one. Never heard that one before. 833 Loon Line. Oh, guys, doing a little song, it sounds like, for us here. Here we go.
I went to a New Year party in the year of the rat. Turn out in Wuhan, it year of the bat. When I get to a New Year party, they all know my name. That because in Wuhan, everyone named Wang. But it's all right now.
All right.
Boy.
It's not all right now.
No,
it's
terrible.
not all right now.
Terrible.
That's terrible. Don't waste your time.
Johnny Buzz, Scott, up and on Alaska, episode 12, great. Buzz, when you had your own nameplate, that's great, but there's a guy up here in Holman, Wisconsin, who had his own bar stool.
Let me explain whatever this is. So, a lot of people catching up on episode 12, talking about you, Buzz, who had your own bar stool.
Had a nameplate on the bar.
And a name on the bar, which has, I believe in that episode we addressed that my father, Frank, was in awe of that.
Yeah.
You know that, Buzz?
As he should be.
He's got his own, his name is, why don't you have your name on the bar? Because Buzz goes to this bar. I mean, that's amazing. And he sits in the same spot. Okay, so that's what Scott, on Alaska Scott is talking about.
Johnny Buzz, Scott, up and on Alaska, episode 12, great. Buzz, when you had your own nameplate, that's great, but there's a guy up here in Holman, Wisconsin, who has his own bar stool and a seatbelt on it. And if you sat in Chuck's bar stool and he came in, you were in trouble. But he had a seatbelt because he'd get so hammered that he'd fall out of the bar stool. He had the seatbelt. And then when you drove him home, he pissed in the car, too. You didn't watch it. He pissed in his pants and in your car. Call Smokies in Holman. They'll tell you all about it. Bye-bye. Click.
Smokies in Holman, Wisconsin, where a guy has a seatbelt. Buzz, you did not have a seatbelt in yours, did you?
No, I didn't. I probably should have.
All right. 833 Loon Line. 833 Loon Line. Hold on a minute. Hey, there's your sirens again, Buzz.
I know. The day's warming up.
You said that they're going to start, the people above you are going to start hammering pretty soon.
That's right.
Okay.
I'm very curious to see when that starts.
I can't wait.
This is Wayne. And
hold on a minute. Here's the voicemail. Go.
This is Wayne, and I just wanted to say welcome back. And Billy the bed bug, I'm worried about you because I heard a report that since all the hotels are closed, that the bed bugs are dying. I just wanted to make sure you were okay. Thank you. This is Wayne. Right on, Buzz.
That guy didn't make a bit of sense. Talking like he sounded like he was higher than a kite. That dude was messed up.
Sound like he was, Billy. That's the only thing we agree on. He did sound like he was messed up. 833 Loon Line. Voicemail.
Hey, Johnny, in response to that bison attack on that woman in Sturgis, you know those people that request that other people filming with their cell phones turn their phone to the side to film in landscape? I'm one of them. If you enjoy this view so much, the next time you go to watch a movie on your big screen TV, first, turn the TV on its edge so it's going long ways vertically. Now enjoy your movie, numbnuts.
What?
He did the horn. He did the Anita horn himself.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't do that. He did that. Yeah, see, I got yelled at for that too once. I tried to do a video just with the phone. I don't know how you're supposed to do it. You turned it sideways? Who knows? 833 Loon Line. I'm looking through this stack here. Hold on. How about this one?
Hey, John. What the drummer get on his IQ test? Saliva.
Mm-hmm.
What do clarinetists use for birth control? Their personalities.
Mm-hmm.
What do you call a pretty girl on a trombonist's arm? A tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference between a banjo and an onion?
Ouch.
Nobody cries when you chop up a banjo.
All right.
None of those worked, really.
It's his delivery, I think. I'm not sure. I think there might be some jokes there. It's just got to be his delivery. 833 Loon Line. 833 Loon Line.
Hey, Johnny. Hey, Buzz. It's Kate. Listen, I heard your car wash story, and I want to tell you that I actually got in an accident inside the car wash with the soap and the bubbles going. A lady put her car in reverse. So I'm behind her. The tracks of the car wash are making me move forward. And then she is driving back, and I can just, through the bubbles, through the soap, see her reverse lights. All right, guys. So great to hear you again. And if you ever need me, I promise I'll try and answer.
Huh?
Well, she had no end to her story.
Yeah, she didn't make any sense. Give me that drunk guy again.
I have an announcement to make.
You don't have to make any. By the way, you don't have to make sense when you call 833 Loon Line. You just have to call in. Let me hear one more real quick, and I want to hear Buzz's announcement.
Hey, Johnny. Last week, Buzz was talking about a nurse who went from Chicago to Wisconsin to get hammered. I was there, and she did get hammered. And I bought her a couple drinks.
All right, there you go. All right, I'm glad we went to the last voicemail there. And once again, the quarantine is on in Wisconsin and Illinois. You cross the border, you got to quarantine yourself for 2 weeks. Have fun out there. And now here's Mr. Buzz Kilman with an announcement he's going to make.
Well, I do have an announcement, but first I have to say that I don't believe, and if somebody could prove me wrong, give us a call. I don't believe anyone has quarantined themselves for 2 weeks after coming into Illinois from one of the states that requires you to be quarantined.
Well, I have because I just do it. That's all.
Well, you did. That's just.
Yeah.
But you weren't in Wisconsin and came back and quarantined yourself. And
yes, I did.
Did you?
No, but I didn't do it because someone told me to do it. I just did it because that's what I do. I don't go out.
Yeah, but I don't believe there's anyone who's doing that. I mean, they always say, and you have to self-quarantine for 14 days if you come from, I don't know, Kansas, Utah, all these. I would like to meet one person who's actually done that because I don't think anybody does.
Nope.
I think they get home, they think, I feel fine. What the hell am I staying home for? Let's go out.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, it's the most ridiculous thing, along with saying on the TV, you're right, Branding, on TV, when they give the pandemic numbers, so many cases today, so many, and sadly, 17 deaths. It's always sadly. And I think they stopped doing it because after a while, it just sounds stupid. Yes, it's sad when people die. You don't really have to remind me of that. Sadly.
Yeah, when they say, so the adjective bothers you. It's just the adjective of sadly that bothers you.
No, well, I mean, it's ridiculous.
Because there's nobody out there, I agree, that's going,
no one.
Hey,
no one.
17 people dead, high five me. No one's doing that.
No one's doing it.
No one's doing
sad.
that.
We're all sad about it. You don't have to say, and sadly,
right,
blah, blah, blah. So, but forget that. Forget that. Because I heard an interview on TV the other night. The owner of the Green Mill, which I believe we established last week, was the premier music venue in the world, literally in the world. And it's just a relatively small bar, although it has it's got a little stage and the best of jazz and blues goes through there. It's especially a jazz room, but I mean everybody gets to play there, and there's so many elite musicians that have blossomed there, and it's been around for over 40 years, and it's worldwide renowned. And this guy, they're doing the interview with him, and he's talking about how tough it is for everybody to, for all the bars and stuff to make money. And he says, really, we can't make enough money, and most likely we're going to have to close forever. And so are 90% of the blues bars and the bars around town. 90%. And I mean. Here's the guy from the Green Mill. I mean, this guy owns the best music club on the planet.
All these things are going to close.
And they're going to close. And I'm thinking there's got to be a way to stop this.
Yeah, how?
And they don't get the same relief as the restaurants, because the restaurants serve food, and that's a different ball game. Apparently we're going to give grant money to restaurants that we'd like to see stay open because they provide somewhere to dine out. But the music is going to die. If you can't perform the music, you're not going to have anybody learning how to play the music. Because what's the point?
Well, it's not going to be closed for that long, but somewhere
it's going to be closed.
Okay, you're talking about one place. A lot of restaurants are dying. A lot of blues clubs are dying. A lot of music clubs are going to die. There's no doubt. Not going to come back.
90%. But when all the blues clubs die, where do you perform? You don't. And they're never gonna. It's never gonna come back.
Live music. I doubt it's a big deal. It's a big deal.
So I want. It's suddenly.
Are you going to tell me you're opening up a blues club? Because that would be the announcement I'd like to hear. Buzz's Blues Club. It would be a big deal. Do it.
Except you can't make money.
Yeah,
because you can't put people in it.
There you go.
So I'm thinking, what can we do here? Because they can't get grant money. They're not restaurants. And I'm thinking, how much money would it cost? How much money would it take to set up financial relief for all the clubs? And it occurred. I came up with an idea.
A GoFundMe.
A GoFundMe, but with a very unique and I believe a perfectly possible solution.
Yeah.
And that is how much money would it take? Let's say I would like to get a charity going, a GoFundMe page for clubs in Chicago and in New Orleans, which has the same scene, just different music as we do. They have, they got a crazy music scene down there. They're going through the same things. And this is jazz and blues. This is American music. It's going to die if these clubs have to close.
Yeah, all right. So you're going to do what? You're going to go door to door asking for donations, or you're going to do a GoFundMe? What are you going to do? And what are you going to do with the money when you get it?
GoFundMe.
Yeah.
And I'm looking for
money.
One donor. One donor.
How much you want?
Well, I would like to start at $1 billion.
All right, listen.
I
to me.
would no.
Are you telling me you want? You're telling me that you want some one donor to give you $1 billion?
Do you know how many billionaires there are?
No, I don't.
There are billions of them.
Okay.
I mean, Jeff Bezos.
Yes.
Since April 1 has made. How
I saw
on April 1 he had
7 million.
Billions.
Yeah, he made $7 billion in a week or something like that.
But he's made about $13 billion just in the past few weeks.
Yeah.
$13 billion. What does it take to peel off $1 billion?
Okay, do me a favor.
And when you peel off
$1 billion,
when you peel off he's got $188 billion. What's he going to miss? Is he going to? Is it going to upset him if it's only 186?
Okay, hold on a minute.
He gets to be known as the man who saved American music.
Right, but you're just saying blues clubs are all music.
No, you have to set up some sort of a criteria. I mean, you have to have clubs that have established themselves for X amount of time, landmark clubs that have been there, that have made the contribution, that deserve the money so that they can provide a venue for musicians.
Okay, do me a favor then. I'm Jeff Bezos. You just called me.
Hello, you I heard you looking for me. This is Jeff. What can I do for you, Buzz Kilman?
Jeff, I hear you, according to the latest reports, you've got $188 billion that you've acquired, and we want to congratulate you on that. That's some really fine work.
Okay.
I'm not sure what you're doing with it, but there's an opportunity here to set up a fund to save American music, jazz and blues in both Chicago and New Orleans.
Right.
I think $1 billion would probably start off things very well.
Oh, excuse me. What'd you say?
Yeah, $1 billion.
$1 billion. What are we going to do with that $1 billion? Just going to put it into one club, or just do a lot of?
No, we're going to have a number of clubs that will have access to the money depending on their needs, and that would get them through this pandemic so that they don't have to close permanently.
Click.
There's a guy.
That's what he's going to do.
Well, fine. Then you go down to your next billionaire, and when you go through them all, you still haven't got anyone. And there's about 20 people with just billions of dollars. Billions.
Okay. And with all the things they can do with, but if all the things they can do with the money, that's what you want them to do with it. Open up live music venues.
The man who saved American music. That's what. Instead of the man who set up primetime Amazon.
Yeah.
The man who saved American music. And if all the billionaires, because there should be one or two of them who are big music fans.
What about what's the dude who Bill Gates loves music? I mean, what about him? What about
you go through?
What about the musician himself? Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, you want the guy to be able to say, you want someone to be able to say, ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome the man who saved music, Mr. Jeff Bezos,
right?
Or whoever.
And if all the billionaires in America don't want to do it, I'm willing to bet that over in Dubai, there's some prince lounging around the castle playing the harmonica. And if you told him he could save American music for $1 billion, he'd give it to you.
Oh, yes, here you go. Well, don't ask me. Don't ask the rest of America who's out of work, doesn't have a job. The blues may go down. So you got to... So let's just start small. Give Buzz some money so we can open up a blues club. Let's just start here and move on. Okay? $1 billion.
Seems so easy. It seems so easy.
Yes.
If you've got $188 billion or $150 billion,
right,
or $50 billion,
right,
and there's $1 billion guys with that kind of money.
Okay, you know, it's not really weird because what you're asking for is not as weird as this guy in Milwaukee who wants people. He started a GoFundMe so that you can bring back. Yeah, he started a GoFundMe page so we could bring back the Taco Bell Mexican pizza.
Okay.
For real. Okay, so I do know there's some things out there people will go fund and they will do it. But I think you're shooting too high, asking for $1 billion, but maybe a blues club that.
Not a blues club.
I know all music.
It's two cities.
Okay,
2 cities. You're saving the music in 2 different cities.
Excuse me, Chicago and New York, Chicago and L.A., Chicago where? I must have missed that part.
New Orleans.
Oh, New Orleans. Okay.
New Orleans.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
I mean, they're the 2 cities that give you American music, blues and jazz.
Okay.
And, $1 billion, these people got $1 billion. Yeah, I got $1 billion. It's like loose change.
Okay. If you get
one guy, one man out of all the billionaires could save that music.
Okay, you've established your point. I'm clear on that, but I'm telling you right now, well, then again, you never know.
And I'm not interested in millionaires or even, local donations. That's a bunch of work. I want a guy to put down $1 million or $1 billion and let's get it going. And you got to do it quick.
Okay, you heard him, everybody. Do it quick.
Just one guy.
I think here's what I would do. I would start with something smaller, like trying to save the Taco Bell Mexican pizza. They're going to knock it out of the menu, which is, by the way, a 7-layer burrito, cheesy Fiesta potatoes, loaded grillers. They're all getting knocked off the Taco Bell menu so they can save money in this COVID situation. And a dude in Milwaukee has opened up a GoFundMe page with a goal of $25,000. Guess how much he has so far?
I don't know. Not much, I'm betting.
$100.
Yeah.
He has a website called SaveOurMexicanPizza.com. Save Our Mexican Pizza. Smith has he has another link to a petition, change.org petition to save the Taco Bell classic menu item. Save the Mexican, and I'm reading that, and the first thing I do is go, wow, I never had the Mexican pizza from Taco Bell.
I know, and it's kind of crazy because you've got conflicting cultures there. You got your Italian pizza and your Mexican whatever.
Right. I mean, I've had a Mexican pizza, I guess. I'm not really quite sure what's on it, but I wouldn't mind that.
No.
I wouldn't mind that. Hey, the other thing was we had some guys who were last week or whatever episode it was, the guy who sounded like a robot at the drive-thru restaurant. He was fooling around in the drive-thru. Then some other people sent me some stuff with people fooling around in the drive-thru restaurant. These people who, when you roll up, they're the ones that are talking to you through the speaker, and people are getting bored by the minute behind there because there's a lot of traffic at these drive-thru places now. I don't know if you go to them. When I do, it is crowded. Okay, this is a Taco Bell guy but this is the opposite. This is a couple of guys rolling up to a Taco Bell and making their order via song through the window.
Hi, how are you?
Pretty good. How are you?
Doing good. What can I get for you today?
I'll start with a taco, soft like a cloud. I want mine crunchy. I like to eat loud. I'll choose a chalupa. I'll grab a gordita. And 2 taco salads for our senoritas. And a burrito supreme with extra sour cream. It's a cylindrically shaped seasoned beef dream. A taquito. And Doritos. Some cinnamon twists. A chicken border bowl. Are you getting all this?
All right, soul taco.
And you know that
I love the guys going, wait, okay, and he doesn't get flat. The guy behind the drive-thru mic is going, oh, what?
Thin pizza. Mexican pizza. We'll take 2 of those. But please hold the diced tomatoes. And I admit I've always felt I'm in love with a Mexi-Man. Make mine with a little extra love and think of me as the cheese drops from your Taco Bell glove. And that's it. No, that's not it. I also want a double-decker taco because I'm feeling wild. And make my sauce fire. He'll take mild. And we'll take 2 Mountain Dew Baja Blast for a chance at $25 cash. I'm told there's a winner.
Wouldn't you just, at that point, you're behind the window at Taco Bell, these guys are singing from their car, wouldn't you just say, okay, come on. Although they're pretty entertaining.
He accepted the challenge, and he's working on it. He's going to stick with it.
He's going to keep going.
For every 5 minutes, but I'm stealing your online code if you win it. Why would you do that? You owe me 25 bones. I owe you 5. Plus interest. It was a loan. And I think we'll be satisfied if we get some Mexican rice on the side.
Yes, sir. We can with something to drink.
Yeah, the Mountain Dew Baja Blast, two of them.
We got $2 about. Okay, can we repeat the order back to you?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, soft taco, a hard taco, a chalupa, a gordita, 2 taco salad for the lady, a burrito supreme with extra sour cream, and cheesy fiesta potatoes, enchilada, cinnamon twist, dusty chicken bowl, and 2 Mexican pizza, but hold of tomatoes. Double decker taco, 2 large Baja Blast, and a side of rice. Is that correct, sir?
You're pretty amazing.
I think that's it.
4269, drive around to the footstep.
All right.
All right.
How did that guy do that? Oh, my goodness. Gracious. So now we have to actually purchase the food, I guess.
Yeah, that's right. Now you got to purchase the food. Oh, my God. It's amazing that dude got that order in line.
Yeah.
Hey, is this the Taco Bell guy calling in? Hey, is this Chris Smith?
Here. Chris Smith here.
Hey, Chris, how you doing? This is Johnny B. Nice of you to call in. We gave you a call, and we said if you, this is the guy, Buzz, who wants to try and save the Taco Bell pizza.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Yeah,
thanks for having me on, Johnny.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's weird because Buzz wants $1 billion to save music. How much do you need to save the Taco Bell Mexican pizza? I see the campaign is in full force. You got to GoFundMe. Why do you want to save the Mexican pizza again, Chris? And you are in Milwaukee, is that correct?
I'm in Milwaukee.
Okay, go ahead.
Why do I want to do it? Because, at some point in a person's life, you just got to stand up and say, I'm not going to take this anymore. And that's where I am. They took away the Mexi Melt, the 7-layer burrito, the Nacho Supreme. And then I hear about this and I just said, forget it. I'm going to act. And
why are they, by the way, go ahead back to this for 1 second, because why is Taco Bell doing that? Just to streamline their menu so it's a little bit cheaper, easier to produce? Is that what the deal is?
I've heard a number of different explanations. I've heard it might have to do with the packaging, but I'm sure it's cost cutting. I mean, it's always about the bottom line, and they must think that they can make more doing it this way. But
isn't the Nacho Supreme? Isn't that one of their?
That's
staples?
Like a big deal.
Yeah, it's a huge deal. They'll say, well, you can get a Nacho Bel Grande. I don't want a Nacho Bel Grande.
That's right.
2.5 times the size.
This is what we fight for in America. This is the kind of America. That's right. This is exactly right. The guy wants to save Taco Bell pizza, but listen, don't deviate from the subject. The subject is the Taco Bell pizza, not the burrito, which is not or whatever that is. I will tell you, the El Grande, that was a good item, wasn't it?
Well, they're keeping the Bel Grande. The Nacho Supreme is a little
Nacho
smaller,
Supreme,
which
right?
Discontinued. But,
okay.
The pizza is iconic. It's been there pretty much my whole life. I mean, and I'm 41, and I've had Mexican pizza since as long as I can remember, and that's just going to go away. And you can't substitute it. You can't get anything like it anywhere else. So I figure, try to get some traction here, and I appreciate you having me on your show, and I do notice that on our social media there's a lot of engagement, and I also notice every time Taco Bell posts something on Facebook or something, all the comments have to do with the pizza.
Okay, Chris, I'm missing something about this because it seems, I'm sure people have said to you, it seems like frivolous or whatever it is. You like the Mexican pizza. This isn't some PR stunt for Taco Bell. You really like the pizza. You miss the pizza, and you want the pizza back on the menu. However, would you be kind? Just tell me what is on the pizza exactly so I know what it is I might be missing.
Well, it's basically like a white corn, I guess, a tostada, and then there's beans, and there's their meats, and then another tostada on top is sauce and cheese. And I've talked to people. I like it. I've talked to a lot of people who, during this campaign, they'd be like, "Well, I've never had a Mexican pizza."
Me either.
And they go and they try it, and they come back to me, or they post on our Facebook page, which is Save Our Mexican Pizza Facebook page.
Yes, of course.
They message me, or they post on there, be like, man, I didn't think it was that good. But here's the thing. It's about, for so many people, it's about the nostalgia. If someone tells you, oh man, you got to try a Big Mac, you've never had a Big Mac, and you have it, for the first time as an adult person, you're like, it's okay.
Buzz, you ever have a Mexican pizza? From Taco Bell. I've had a Mexican pizza with, it's basically the pizza with just the Mexican ingredients on it. But I've never had the Taco Bell Mexican pizza. But once again, this makes me want to have it. So it makes me think that maybe, Chris, don't you have something to do with Taco Bell, or no? This is a guy who just likes it.
No, I'm a person who just likes it. I have nothing to do with Taco Bell whatsoever.
Okay.
I'm a person who, when I see something wrong, in society, that I want to fix it.
Right on.
What isn't wrong about that? About a Taco Bell menu replacing the Mexican pizza. That is something that is wrong with America. You started a GoFundMe page, and I said you had $100. Do you have more than that right now? Is it grown?
Right now we have $250. But
nice.
We're going to keep plugging away. A couple years ago.
But what do you do with that money?
Yeah, wait 1 second. That's a great question, but I want to ask you this though. Most people are basically out of work. Most people are trying to get unemployment, trying to get a check to save their lives. And so that probably isn't the most important thing on their life. But yes, now you get $250. Let's say the goal was, I believe, what, $20,000? What is the goal?
$25,000.
$25,000 to save the Taco Bell pizza. Okay, from you, Chris Smith in Milwaukee.
What am I going to do with that money?
There you go.
I'm going to put up billboards in Louisville and in Irvine, California, which is by the Taco Bell headquarters, and then Louisville is the Yum brand, which is the parent company. I'm just going to, inundate those markets with advertisements to save the pizza, hopefully get their attention. And I'll tell you, you make a good point about, people are struggling with money, but in life is about the little things. You take away so many little things, and then what do you have?
Yep.
And, this does remind me, a couple of years ago, I started a GoFundMe because there's a city right by where I live here in Milwaukee called South Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a very famous, at least to us, a famous person that is a native South Milwaukeean, and he wrestled by the name of the Crusher.
Oh, I know the Crusher. I grew up in Fond du Lac, man. The Crusher was on wrestling.
I know you did.
I'm the Crusher. I'm the Pencil King. I'm the Rusher. I'm the right. Yeah. There was. Wait. Before UFC, before any of that, before the wrestling was on local TV. Like all the time, and the Crusher was like the greatest. So go ahead, you like the Crusher, okay? Now what?
So in 2017, I just it kind of like this. It just hit me that how is this man not honored in this area? And I won't go into all the reasons why, other than he was a great wrestler and a great charismatic person. But and I started a GoFundMe, and the initial reaction was similar.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are people really gonna donate money to get some memorial to a wrestler?
What did you want? What was your goal? What was your goal to get? You wanted a memorial in what term? A billboard, a statue, a grave site? Wait, is he alive? Is he alive?
No, he died in 2005, but all I'll tell you is take out your Google machine and Google the Crusher statue, and you can see what we accomplished. I raised over $50,000. It's a beautiful statue.
Just a
and the way this is going, it reminds me the same way. The first reaction is this serious? Who's going to donate to it? But things from people's past and their childhood and they grow up with, it sticks with you. And those are the types of things we have to save. And so,
wait a second. So right now, I didn't Google it right now. I didn't do it. But let me be clear. There's a statue of the Crusher in South Milwaukee. Is it in South Milwaukee?
Life-size.
A life-size picture, and it says the Crusher on it, and then it's and it costs how much to do? And people donated all of this money, $50,000.
Donated over almost $60,000. Yep, and it's a beautiful piece of art.
The Crusher.
You need to Google it.
Do the Hammerlock. Remember that song? Do the Hammerlock. I like that. I have that. Yeah. I have that.
You know who's?
Go ahead.
It's sung by the Novas.
Yes, I have a different one done by the Cramps.
Sure, yeah, that was like a cover, but
yeah,
the Novas made that song back in the 60s, and they sung that song last summer when we unveiled the statue live at Crusher Fest in South Milwaukee.
Crusher Fest. Yeah, hold on a minute. I just Googled this, the Crusher song. Let me see. Hold on a second once.
Ray, do the
Yeah, this is the cover of the original one, right? Yeah. Do the hammer like your pencil neck. Turkey neck. That was it. Turkey neck.
Turkey neck.
Okay, so wait. Okay, so maybe you trying to save now, you built the statue for the Crusher, a wrestler that, most people really, no offense, you understand what I'm saying, wouldn't care less about. You had a statue built. People donated $50 grand for that. Right now you have $250 towards the campaign to save a Taco Bell pizza from being replaced and lost on the Taco Bell menu forever. Maybe you'll do it. When do you give up?
Well, I'm never giving up, but
never giving up.
Crusher thing. I bring up the whole Crusher thing so people listening know when I do something like this, we get results, okay?
Right.
People donate the Crusher statue. Google the DA Crusher statue. You will see what is there. It's awesome and unbelievable. This is when you can trust me when you donate it. I'm going to do something with it, and I'm going to make the goal a reality.
I don't know why I can't find it. I'm looking for it.
I'm looking for it.
What
too.
Do you see Crusher? Just to say,
I got the Crusher, but I don't have the. I can't find the statue.
Crusher statue.
What's your comments here? Somebody said he was a monster at home and a fuck to live with.
Oh, did you hear that? Oh my God, that statue's unbelievable.
You got it?
Oh, yeah, you found it?
I'm looking right at it, and it was vandalized.
Yeah, it was. It's fixed now, but some stupid kids, turkey neck kids, vandalized it. But we caught them because there's surveillance cameras, and they got charged with crimes, and convicted.
Did they tell me if the vandalization has something to do with what I probably would have done as a stupid kid? Draw a wiener on him?
No, they're just stupid kids, just senseless vandalism. I will tell you though, when I was going through all the surveillance tapes to find the kids that did this, and we did find them, I did see after bar time some female fans getting very intimate with the statue.
Oh boy! All right, hold on a minute, Buzz. You said when you did the Crusher search on Google, you came up with what?
Well,
you sure it's DA Crusher, Crusher? That's how you say it.
I got the Crusher. There's a whole
see the
bunch
statue
of stuff
there?
Here. Yeah, I did get to the statue finally. Yeah.
What did it say about him?
Well, it was just a comment from somebody who knew him, and they were talking, comments about the Crusher, and somebody knew him and said he was a.
Yeah.
Well, I can't find it again. I already said it once. How many times?
Well, I can tell you that.
How long do I have to
remember let's see what he says. Let's see. No, go ahead. Let's see. Go ahead. What was he? What was wrong with him? Go ahead, Chris.
No,
go ahead.
I was just going to tell you that, obviously in this whole Crusher.
Oh, he was a monster at home and a fuck to live with. That's what it was.
Hope that's not on the statue. Is that on the statue, Chris? No, good. Hey, Chris, listen, stick to the point. The point is you want to save the Taco Bell pizza. You've already saved the Crusher's career and his legacy by putting a bronze statue up that was vandalized, women dry hump it, and kids write on it, and whatever it is. So if they want to donate, if the world wants to help you save the Taco Bell pizza, go ahead and give your plug out. You never know what could happen. If they saved the Crusher and made a statue out of him, they might bring the pizza back. Go ahead.
Yeah, its website is saveourmexicanpizza.com. There's a link to a petition. Last I checked, there was well over 60,000 signatures on there.
60,000? Nice. 60,000 signatures? Yep. Yeah, see, people will sign, but it's going to be tougher to get more money than $250 to build some sort of campaign to get it back. But go ahead. I'm sorry, I interrupted your plug. Go ahead.
There's a link to the GoFundMe, and on Facebook, it's Save Our Mexican Pizza. Find us, follow us, and I'm never giving up, and hopefully we can save this. This is
never.
It's a staple of American fast food.
I love the fact that you sound very, usually people look at a story like this and they go, that guy's a nut. And yeah, you kind of are because you're passionate about it, but you're nuts about it because you care about it for some reason. I mean, you people will say you're nuts, but you're never giving up. Say it loud. Let's say it together, Chris. We're never giving up. Never. Someday the Taco Bell pizza will be back on the menu thanks to Chris Smith in Milwaukee. Good luck to you, Chris. Thanks for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you, Johnny. I appreciate it.
And I'm going to go draw a dink from my friends, my friend Beats and Fond du Lac and myself. We're going to go to the Crusher statue and we're going to draw a dink on the Crusher. If you see it, you'll know it's me.
You're going to get arrested if you do.
I've already said it out loud. All right, buddy. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Okay.
All right. The Crush. Oh, yeah. I watch wrestling. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That hurts. All right. So there he is. Go ahead and donate. He's got $250 to bring the pizza back. Does Anita, if you go to the Mexican restaurant tonight, does Anita have Mexican pizza?
I doubt it. That seems like a Taco Bell exclusive.
Well, let me see here. Hold on a minute. Let me see if she does.
Of course, they're willing to go the distance in the kitchen. If you tell them what you need, they'll fix it.
Yeah, let's see. What would it be, though?
They said, we don't know. I don't know. And I don't really need it. So, I mean, the thing I like about Taco Bell is I like the way the meat tastes, except you're not sure it's really meat.
I was going to say,
you don't know what it is.
You don't know what that is.
It's delicious, though.
Yeah, calling Anita at El Mariachi Restaurant, where Buzz goes every Saturday night, sits at a giant table, and waits for people to bring him a vape full of pot. Hello?
Yes, may I help you?
Yes. Hey, Anita. How you doing? This is Senior Buzz and Johnny B calling. How are you?
Hey, Don.
Yes, it's Don again.
Don,
yeah, this is Don. Hey, let me ask you a question. Anita's here. Yay! How you doing, Anita? Hey, Anita. Oh, boy. Hey, Anita, we were just talking to a guy. Okay. Yeah, there she is. Hey, Anita, this is Don again. Let me say to you, there's a Mexican pizza on the Taco Bell menu. Certainly, we not conflict your fine El Mariachi restaurant with Taco Bell. But do you make a Mexican pizza?
I don't have a Mexican pizza. Come on. What are you going to tell me? Like, he's not a McDonald's. He's El Mariachi.
Okay, she just wants me to keep playing the horn, I guess. Okay, no, wait. A Mexican pizza, you've never, ever, at El Mariachi, your Mexican restaurant, you've ever served a taco pizza.
I have a like similar pizza, but it's like quesadilla.
Like a quesadilla?
Yes.
Okay. Well, just in case, Buzz, would you like her to whip? You said they would be accommodating in the back room.
Yeah. I'll come up with something similar.
Hey, Anita, Mr. Buzz, she's talking to you now. She said, "Are you going to come tonight?"
I'll see you tonight, Anita.
So tonight, yes. Adios, amigos.
Oh, okay. That will make
She's busy.
Yeah. All right. There's Anita. And God bless Taco Bell. That man will never give up. You're not going to ask for a Mexican pizza tonight.
No.
I know you're not.
No. My interests are very specific and limited when I get there.
Yeah, mole sauce. We got it. All right. So Buzz,
tequila.
To be clear, Buzz wants $1 million. Or excuse me,
billion.
$1 billion.
Not even interested in talking to a millionaire.
I need
nothing but billions.
He wants $1 billion from one guy. Not a bunch of people. Yeah. One guy. To save music.
Get it done. Save the American music.
He wants that. That gentleman, Chris, wants the Taco Bell pizza to come back to the menu. And Anita wanted me to hang up. 833 Loon Line when we're gone. 833 Loon Line.
Buenos días. This is Gidget. Yo quiero marihuana. Oh, yo quiero marihuana. Yo quiero Taco Bell. Yo quiero Taco Bell y marihuana. Oh, yeah, this is very good.
All right.
Aren't you hungry?
I don't know what he's talking about. All right, so we know that Gale Sayers passed away.
Say hi, but still we're supposed to cry when famous people die. When famous people die.
Someone else who passed away this week was Jackie Stallone.
Really?
Jackie Stallone, Sly's mother, Jackie Stallone.
I mean, I thought she was already dead, but it's amazing that she was alive up until just now.
It's always interesting when people say, when you tell someone that person is dead, oh, I thought they were already dead. Now, Jackie Stallone, mother of Sylvester Stallone, and of course Frank Stallone, and celebrity astrologer, was 98. When she died, the news was confirmed by her son Frank. She died in her sleep, as she had wished. Honey, you wish you'd die. I guess that's the way my dad went. That's the way I want to go. Just go.
Yeah. Go to sleep and go to sleep.
Yeah, don't hang around. She died in her sleep. Frank Stallone posted, my brother Sylvester took care of her like she was a queen all of her life. I'll never be able to call my mom again or have her yell at me why I never got married. But we all loved her and her spirit to survive and prevail. I'll miss you always, Mommy. Jackie Stallone, Sly's mom, lived with the time for the famed bodybuilder Charles Atlas.
Nice.
And she would go on to become the first woman to have a daily TV show on exercise and weightlifting. Jackie, this is the weirdest. I have to tell you something. I read a lot of like small town papers, and I love reading obituaries. I like to see how people were thought of. I like to see how they lived their life. And I guess when you get to be a certain age, you start going, well, wait a minute. I wonder am I living the right life here? Am I doing the right thing? And you just want to see what it was like. So here's Jackie Stallone. And she was living with Charles Atlas, which is amazing. She was the first woman to have a TV show on exercise and weightlifting. After working as a trapeze artist, nightclub singer, and a hairdresser, she became a wrestling promoter before finding her some prominence in the 1990s, publishing astrology books and making TV appearances. Okay? She made several appearances on this radio show when it was a radio show. And at one point, she was a mystery guest, and I believe the discussion led to us and Jackie Stallone having, she was trying to get someone to have Sylvester's baby. She wanted someone to have his baby. So,
besides Bridget Nielsen.
Yeah, but didn't she hated her?
Right.
This is Jackie Stallone.
Hi, Johnny.
Say hi to our surly mystery guest.
Hi, mystery guest.
Hi.
Do you have a famous son?
Did you have a
I don't know if
famous
it's
son?
famous or infamous. Yes.
Probably both.
Yes. Are you Sylvester Stallone's mother?
I sure am.
All right. I don't know your name, though.
Jackie Stallone.
Yeah. Thanks a million. That's the best news I've heard in Chicago.
Jackie Stallone. And now, let me ask you this. What is your name, Dee Dee?
Yes.
Okay, where'd you pick up on this clue?
From her voice. I've heard her many times.
Yes, she's been on the show many times, and the last time I think we talked, you were going to try to find a woman from Chicago to give birth to Sly's.
Yes, but we couldn't get it together. We didn't know how she wanted to deliver, in person or through tube. We're still working on it.
Yeah, no, really,
Can we get the word out?
Dee Dee, are you married?
No, but I'm very attached.
Are you, buddy? If you had a chance, so would you just have his baby just for fun?
No, I don't think so.
Would you want to fight too?
Yeah.
Or would you want him to come in person?
I wouldn't mind seeing him, but I don't know if I want to have his baby.
There she is.
Instant flashback.
Okay, so there's Jackie Stallone, and she's in there. She's a mystery guest, and she was looking for a baby. The lady who won, whatever her name was, Dee Dee there, she had a chance to deliver and have Stallone's baby. She said no to it. Now,
passing up an opportunity.
Here's the other weird thing that happened during that particular visit with Jackie Stallone. So Jackie Stallone had a black book. She knew everybody in Hollywood, everybody. So the biggest mistake she made was during a commercial, she gave me the black book. So Jackie Stallone gives me the black book. So I see, oh, look who's here. What is this? Who could this possibly be? Look, let's call this person.
Flashback.
Share the messages. It's Jacqueline, your old friend. I'm in Chicago doing a morning show.
We're calling Cher, and she's leaving the message.
Share the messages. It's Jacqueline, your old friend. I'm in Chicago doing a morning show. I didn't think you'd get out of bed this time, but I tried. Okay, and I'm going to talk to somebody else more
I got out of
social.
bed for you. You're the only person besides
Cher,
me
how
I
are
got out of bed
you?
for.
Cher, I'm in Chicago doing a radio show.
I saw you on the radio show, and I wanted to tell you that I got a magazine. That we're in a magazine in Gente, Gente. It's the 30th issue.
You know, the whole world's listening to you in Chicago. Say the right thing.
Hi, Cher. Cher, this is Jonathan Brandmeier at the Loop in Chicago with my lover now, Jackie Stallone.
Say something nice.
Well, I think Jackie Stallone is one of the most fun people that I've ever been with.
You saved my morning, Cher. Sylvester won't get out of bed. I called a couple other people. I wanted them to call my dentist. They wouldn't call. So you've saved my life. I'll be back home tomorrow night.
Well,
I'll buzz you again.
That you're there, that you come home. I've missed you.
Hey, Cher, the deal was Jackie's been telling us how many celebrities actually don't even believe she knows her own son, and she hadn't been able to prove it to us yet.
He was on Oprah day before yesterday, and he mentioned her during the whole show.
See, Jackie, I guess he does still love you. He does still love you.
My name is Georgia, incidentally. I'm Cher's mother.
Oh, it's Georgia. I thought I was talking to Cher.
I thought it was Cher. I can't tell the two of you apart.
I thought it was Cher.
No.
Hey, Georgia, what are you doing there?
What are you doing at the house?
I'm not at Cher's house. I'm at my house.
I can't. I have two numbers
here.
Jackie,
one for you can't get it straight at all, can you?
I can.
Now we got Cher's mother on the phone.
Now I have to go get the
Georgia, we wake you up. Where's Cher today?
She's in Boston doing a picture.
Well, wake her up. Transfer this call.
She's already at work.
Oh,
Okay.
There you go, Jackie. Why don't we call Burgess Meredith's mother now? Well, Mrs.
Georgia Holt.
Yeah, hi, Georgia.
Who am I speaking to?
This is Jonathan Brandmeier in Chicago, and we can call my mother if you like. I don't believe it. So Cher's mother we didn't mean to wake you up, but Jackie's just real. I think she's losing her mind here.
Well, listen, she's a lot of fun though on the way.
You actually do sound like Cher, though. I got to tell you, Georgia. Have a good day.
I still think it
Bye
is.
now.
Bye, Jackie.
I think. Hi.
I think she was offended that I didn't want to talk to Cher's mother.
No,
Oh,
that
good. That's good.
is Cher. She
Okay.
just said that because she's afraid you'd ask.
That
her
is
personal
not.
question.
Now wait. What are you saying, Jackie?
Here, this is Frankie. Tell me
Buzz,
this
do
is
you
my
believe
other
this
kid.
woman at all?
Yes.
You're starting to lose credibility as we speak, Jackie.
No,
now you're telling me that was Cher?
Absolutely.
Are you telling me that was Cher?
Absolutely.
Instant flashback.
No, I see that. I do believe that was Cher. There was Jackie Stallone. We're using her black book. That was Cher. And she realized then she's on the radio, so she just said, no, it's her mother. I guess. What do you think now?
You
get to hear it back now. You were hearing it then. You didn't have a comment on it then. What's your comment on it now? Was that
I have no comment. I don't know. I know that Cher and her mother at this particular time in their lives look exactly alike.
That's right.
I saw a picture of them the other day, and she's like 98 years old, and Cher's like 70 whatever, and they both look like they're in their 50s.
Well, okay, so Jackie Stallone, in that same visit, told us that she, as the obituary said, Jackie Stallone dies, mother of Sylvester, celebrity astrologer. She, at 98, once again, Jackie Stallone, Sly's mother, Sylvester's mother, she used to give Sylvester Stallone, psychic readings to help him decide what movie to do and how, and when he had problems on the film, he would call his mom and she would do a psychic reading for him and fix things. That's what she said. Let's listen.
Lucky Sly.
Yeah, that's what she said.
You told Sly, don't do Rocky 3 or don't do Rambo 3.
Rambo 3 he liked very much.
Whoa, wait a minute. You do astrological predictions for everyone in his movies?
Absolutely, to see if there's going to be some good chemistry there.
Oh, come on, you're joking.
On the Bible, every day he used to call from Israel, Mom, I can't do it, the director. So we had to do the director's chart, and we found it wasn't compatible with his and several others. So when we got rid of the director, the movie started moving. Otherwise, he was going to quit in the middle of the movie.
So wait, he calls you up, Mom, I've got a problem on the set. The director's giving me a problem. Do me his chart.
Yes, and not only that, he said, and the cameraman's got a problem too. He said, I look like a little knoll. I'm supposed to look like Rambo, big and strong, and I look like 3 feet. I look like something hiding in the bush of a toad.
Mom! So
what
he
do
said,
I do? So I said, what is his horoscope? Give me his planets. And I said, fire him. You need a new cameraman.
You know
Bottom
that people
line,
are going to find this hard to believe.
I don't care.
You know what I'm saying.
This is the bottom line. They replaced the cameraman. I said, why didn't you take the same camera crew on who did Rambo 1 and Rambo 2?
Why didn't he? What did he say?
Why? Well, because they were too expensive. I said, well, look how expensive this is. You haven't worked for a month. All of you are just laying in Tel Aviv, bitching at everybody. So bottom line is they sent for the old crew, and now you see the results.
To this day, I don't believe it. There's Jackie Stallone telling us that she almost talked him out of the Rambo movie. I'm glad she didn't. Mom, I look like a little gnome. Save me. Jackie Stallone, what a character she was. We had her on a lot. I really loved her. She was fun. And she was 98 when she died, and she is definitely dead. There's no question about that. Jackie Stallone, dead. And Rambo, as we saw, continued 3, 4, 5. I do have a problem with Sylvester Stallone because we did ask for an audition in that particular movie with Sly himself, and our friend Hector did not get it.
The Jonathan Brandmeier Showcast.
Hey, Mr. Stallone, how are you, sir?
Very good, thank you.
We have a friend here who works for the show. His name is Hector, and we were just discussing a possible Rambo 5, and he would be your illegitimate son.
Oh, does he look good in the headband?
Just go ahead and do it.
Live for nothing.
Listen to the line
or
first.
die for something.
Now listen to how Sylvester delivers it. You deliver it the same way. Go ahead.
Live for nothing or die for something.
Wait a minute, Sylvester. Would you do your read again, please? Because show him.
Live for nothing or die for something.
Oh wow! Hear that? Now that's what you got to get. You got to get that.
Live for nothing or die for something.
By the way, now come on, your director. Would you take that as a? Would you print that?
I would give him a lifelong contract. That's a print. We're striking the set. We're moving on.
This is the new Not Normal.
Yeah! Da-da-da, 833 Loon Line. You know how to get a hold of us. We don't know what we're up to. How are you going to know what we're up to? Sign up to keep up. BrandMeierShow.com. Hey, Buzz, they didn't start nailing on your walls
I'm
yet.
waiting. I'm sitting there waiting to hear it.
Yeah.
Any second now.
They're going to start working above Buzz. They're going to start hammering. Let's get out of here. Have fun at the El Mariachi. If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning. All right, we're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. Thanks for listening. Later.
I'd like to thank Jonathan Brandmeier. Thank you.
Thanks, Johnny.
I want to thank Jonathan Brandmeier.
Thank you, Jonathan Brandmeier.
Thanks a lot, Brandmeier.
Jonathan Brandmeier, you're special.
All right, numbnuts. We've reached the end of another edition of the Jonathan Brandmeier Showcast.
Jesus, why? Tell me why!
You can listen to the Shit Show live stream 24/7 and download podcasts on demand at BrandmeierShow.com.
I don't understand you.
When you visit, be sure to sign up for email updates.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever podcasts are found. If you want, leave a review.
You do, and I'll kill you.
Follow Johnny B on Facebook at Facebook.com/Brandmeier Show.
You are erect, sir.
And leave a voicemail at 833 Loon Line for entertaining, not complaining.
I hate to complain, but I have to.
I'm Jimmy Mack, and if you're into Star Wars, check out my show at RebelForceRadio.com for Star Wars news, celebrity interviews, and more.
I can't keep it all in my mind.
Thanks for listening to the Jonathan Brandmeier Showcast.
Bingo!
In the air, everywhere.
Ain't that something?
Click.
Adios.